And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes a guest. He's a podcast producer and host of Vanderpump Robs. It's Rob Shulte. She's a comedy writer who used to buy her undergarments at Victoria's Secret, but now just buys everything at Vic's generally known information. It's Robin Shorr. And he's an actor and the nicest cast member on Vanderpump Rules, which, unfortunately, isn't saying a whole heck of a lot. It's Peter Madrigal. Tone Zone is here to not have a single clue what anyone is talking about for the next couple hours. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the love bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen. Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little goat cheese balls. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate in there, like encrusted, they have some carbs on them, was sent in on Patreon by so many people that I cannot even name one. I think it was the only carbohydrate submitted, except that then someone submitted chocolate-covered Raisinets, and then another person said, well, Raisinets are already covered in chocolate, so is this more chocolate? What's going on? But other than that, every single other entry was goat cheese balls, and the reason will become apparent very shortly. But anyway, yes, I am on Patreon. All sorts of, there's outtakes, there's bonus material, there's behind the scenes content, there's my feelings about the episodes, there is a level where you can text me and I'll text you back, there's a level where you can get stuff in the mail, and then I say most importantly, there's a level where you get extra episodes of The Friend Zone. That is my Patreon podcast. And I answer all sorts of nosy questions, and I have guests, and it's just very fun. I would like to say hello and welcome to my guest. Welcome back, Robin Shorr.
Thank you for having me back so fast. I'm happy to be here.
It was like a breaking emergency
This
situation.
is an emergency situation.
Yes.
And there are times when you are called to step up to the plate. And last night was one of those calls, and I am answering it.
We'll get into the Robin of it all.
Yes.
Also joining us for the first time, but someone that I have podcasted with a little bit, is Rob Schulte.
Hello. Thank you for having me. This is very surreal. Everything's always been online until now.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Well, even Robin and I, so we knew each other in real life before the pandemic.
Yes.
But then during the pandemic, she was on the show a bunch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so now this is only the third.
This is like the third time I've been in the pod cabin.
In person.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So it's confusing for us. And then guest of honor, Peter Madrigal.
Hello.
Hi.
Wow, I love the setup here. This is amazing, actually.
Thank you.
This is the first. So we've already met before, but it was digital.
Yes.
Yes.
So you and Rob
Yes.
had a
Spotify Live podcast. I wouldn't call it a podcast, but it was a Spotify Live show that we did early 2022. And we had Allison on, and that was a lot of fun.
That's right.
Yeah, very much so.
I was trying to remember what we talked about. I know
We talked about you being my
plants.
best friend.
Oh, yes.
And,
yes.
and what that entailed. And I was like, well, you're going to have to listen to me vent about stuff.
And I
Which is
feel
probably
like
what we're
that's
going to do
what's
today.
gonna happen in this episode. And then also joining us, someone who is not going to understand 95%, if not 100% of what we're talking about, except his girlfriend will. Tony Thaxton, hello.
Hi. I mean, you can kind of put that description for most things, I think. I've just gotten old and know nothing anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Tony,
Yes.
you've never seen an episode of Vanderpump Rules, right?
Correct. No offense. It's just it's not my world.
None
And
taken.
I've literally never even seen a clip or anything, like not a commercial, nothing.
Have you seen any Bravo stuff?
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you watch any reality TV?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
But Flo,
Yes.
you're the one and only Flo Zone, reached out to me to say she was excited about today's episode.
Oh yeah, I heard she yeah.
So are you aware that she must be watching?
Yes, I think she. I know that there's a few of those types of shows she watches, and usually she will do it when I'm either not home or am working at home or something.
Got it.
And not because I'm like, you can't watch those when I'm around. She's just considerate.
I think maybe
Yeah.
you are telling her what she can and can't watch.
Well, you believe what you want to believe.
Are you letting her wear all the colors of the rainbow?
Look, this is an off-air
Do you
conversation.
give her an allowance?
Allison, we'll talk after
Wouldn't
the show.
it be so crazy if it turned out that Tony was a maniac?
Yes.
Tony, Peter, I know you don't know Tony, but in the 3 minutes you've met
What kind
him,
of maniac would you be?
Ooh.
Like, I mean, like,
you
what
guys
kind of
tell me.
What kind of maniac would she be referring to? Or what kind of maniac? Like, what's the type? What are we talking about here?
That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know.
what's the
It's like,
what?
do you get crazy? Do you get crazy at like a bar, start bar fights? Do you get crazy in the bedroom? There's all sorts of maniac.
think-
Like, what are we talking about here? What kind of maniac is
That's what you should be
Well,
asking them, not
I mean,
me.
first of all, he gave himself the nickname the bad boy of podcasting.
Sarcastically.
But it's really taken hold. So
Okay.
he's
bad boy of podcasting? All right.
of podcasting. Yeah. No, but the joke was, did it start over me unplugging the equipment in between episodes? And
I don't remember. I don't know.
We were
I think-
joking that Tony was flying into a rage, but it's like a joke because he's so even keeled and soft spoken. So the joke was that he flies into a rage, and now I'm saying, what if it turned out that he was like like a controlling maniac who, tells her how to live.
I would love to know more about it. And I think with Tony, all the maniacal stuff comes out on the drums. If Peter and Rob don't know,
He's a
Tony's an
drummer.
accomplished
There's
rock
the
drummer.
Okay, that's the maniac part. All right.
Yeah,
gotcha.
he's in Motion
Okay.
City soundtrack, which we're
Very
all big
cool.
fans
Yes.
of.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I get all the rage out there.
That's,
So there you
the
go.
drums
Yeah.
get it, man.
The rage is the flam.
Exactly.
So we have a task at hand today.
Yes, this is an all hands on deck
It's a
situation.
special episode because here's the deal.
Oh God.
There's been a humongous ripple in the Vanderpumpiverse.
Wait, what?
That's right. And
You know what's funny is I have no idea what you're talking about.
let me fill you in. No. So, and it just for anyone who doesn't know, Rob, you host a podcast called Vanderpump Robs,
Correct.
which is
Yes.
which I've been on a couple times.
Yes, and thank you for spending time talking about this with me.
I have enjoyed it. And Peter, you are on Vanderpump Rules, and you work at the rest. How many of the restaurants do you work at? Is it
I just work at Sir. Yeah.
Okay, and you work at Sir.
And I frequent the other two.
Got it.
So the other two are Pump and Tom Tom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make
I
sure.
mean, unless you're including Vegas, then I frequent the other four.
Sure.
Right. It's a whole cottage. You're big in the LVP
world.
Universe.
universe. What is it? Enterprises though, or
LVP Universe.
We
but
say
you only
Vanderpump
sprinkle
Universe.
the rose petals at Sir, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a
And check-
euphemism or is that literal?
Well,
I only sprinkle the rose petals at Sir and check the reports and lock the place up, just
Yeah.
like I did last night.
Were you working there before the show, or like
I've been
how
there
did you get
since
involved in this whole-
2008.
Okay.
Wow.
And when did the show premiere?
2012.
Okay.
And if I can say something, this is a perfect moment to interrupt and say, I don't know if anybody remembers when the show premiered. It started with Brandi Glanville of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills going to sit down at Sir with Scheana Shay
Yep.
and confront Scheana Shay about the affair that she may have had or may not have had with her husband.
Which is why it's a little bit crazy that evidently Scheana punched Raquel.
Right.
But we'll get into all that.
And
So
also-
what happened was Brandi got up and left Sir, and then we stayed on Scheana, and she took us into the restaurant. It was the perfect way in.
Intro.
I would like to just say that husband of Brandi Glanville's was star of Baywatch Nights, Eddie Cibrian.
Eddie
I was
Cibrian.
trying to remember.
I saw him on Thanksgiving Day this year.
Wow.
I don't want to brag.
Did you ask him about Baywatch Nights?
I think he thought I was somebody that I was not.
Go with it.
I know.
Cibrian sounds like that machine that I only know from Howard Stern. Sibian?
Oh, the Sibian.
Sibian.
I have no idea.
There
I'll
was
need
like
to be
there was
informed.
the Sibian had a cultural moment.
Yeah.
And then where have they gone?
Get the poison out. The guy died. The guy who invented it died. And I think Howard Stern didn't want to have women having orgasms on the air anymore. I don't know.
Just wanted to class up the joint.
interesting.
And this is what was it? Like a seat with a dildo?
No, it was just like a saddle, but there was no dildo.
Oh.
It just like And then
Vibrated?
the old guy would come with his Sybian and be like, this is my invention. And then a girl would sit on it. And then he would be like, get the poison out, get the poison out.
Wait, an old guy invented it?
Yeah.
Wait, was it supposed to be like therapeutic or something?
Yeah. If you Google get the poison out, I'm sure many Sybian pictures will come up.
Oh my. Okay.
So Google it now? Is that,
in the
okay.
comfort of your own
is it like
home.
that thing that George Clooney created in Burn After Reading? I'm sorry,
I know what
trying
you're
to-
talking about there.
You know, there we go. Yeah, you know that movie.
Tony and Peter are going to be best friends after this.
Yes. So wait, is it like that, Tony? Are you familiar with the Sybian machine?
You know what I'm
not
talking
really,
about.
but yeah, I know what he's talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so
I'm
I think
sure you
I
do.
think similar. Yeah, and we're in the ballpark. I think.
Grew
Okay.
up during the Private Parts era of
Yeah.
Sure.
Howard
Yes.
Stern.
So anyway, the two of you were booked on the show before this whole event happened. So as the task that I was referring to before is we need to talk about it all, but we also need to like we need to be mindful of people who, like Tony, don't know at all what we're talking about.
Fair.
So I think now I reached out to Rob. Okay. It's crazy how much on my social media, everyone is talking about what happened. And
Everyone.
And I'll get to what happened in a moment. But I noticed that Robin, who had not been booked on the show, because we thought Daniel might be on the show, but then it turned out we don't have childcare and blah, blah, blah. She was tweeting about it using the hashtag Scandival.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, she has to come. And then she brought, and I'm going to hold this up.
For the first time ever on Allison Rosen's podcast, I have notes.
She's
Look at this.
taken notes.
Handwritten
Oh my
notes.
word.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Peter, do you think we're prepared enough for this?
I have points I want to
I
make
mean,
sure we get
I'm
to.
not that prepared. I'm not that prepared. I figure we just,
You're
I wanna-
scrolling through your notes right now.
No, I'm not scrolling through notes, but I'm like, okay, so my PR, she's just been sending me because she runs some of my social media, helps me with, she'll look through social media, send me stuff. You know what I mean?
to address.
No, just stuff that comes up on my Twitter.
I see.
And some of the stuff is really hilarious. And she's like sending me screenshots of everything that's going on, right?
Wow.
And she's like, Peter, this is the most I've texted you in a while. I was all like, yeah. So they just keep on coming through. And one of my favorites was this tweet. It was addressed to me. Someone needs to rename it Schwartz and Maddie's and get Peter Madrigal in there ASAP. Hashtag Scandival.
Yes.
Scandival.
Drop the Sandy's name and rename it Maddie's. Madrigal is my last name,
Right,
so
of
Schwartz
course.
and Maddie's. Why not?
Cute.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what a great last name.
Oh, thank you.
I like it all. When I was little, we used to go to every Christmas the Madrigal dinner down in Orange County. So what kind of name is Madrigal?
Madrigal, it's it's Italian in origin. It's like an octave underneath under a opera.
Ah,
Okay, so it's a musical term. And then that last name migrated to Spain. Madrigal de los Altos Torres is a city in Spain. And then that migrated to Mexico. And then after that, migrated to Texas.
And
My
West Hollywood?
great-grandfather. And now West Hollywood.
and where did you grow up?
Texas originally.
I see.
yeah.
Where in Texas?
Deep south on the border with Mexico.
Got
Yeah,
it. And
so-
then did you come out here to pursue being on Vanderpump Rules? I'm just kidding.
Well, considering that didn't exist in 2005, that's when I came out. So I wanted to get into the business, entertainment. And then I was also accepted to the only university I applied to, which was the University of Southern California, home of the Trojans.
Oh, my husband went there.
There you go. Graduated 2008 from
Congrats.
there. Thank you. So, yeah. It was that was fun.
Yeah, I was going to say sorry.
Sorry. No, please.
What did you think of it? Because the high school that I went to, a lot of people went there, and I did not like a lot of people that I went to high school with. So when I met my husband, I was like, oh, I always have had feelings about this school,
Yeah.
but now I'm having to change my mind because I, fell in love with him. And anyway, what did you think of it?
Oh, I actually, you know what? I enjoyed it. It was a lot less. I mean, I think that it's a little bit more corporate now. Like where I used to study, there was on Hoover and Jefferson, there was a corner where there was a supermarket, one of those old school supermarkets, and there was a Denny's and a Starbucks. Well, that was in 2008. I graduate. I go back about a year ago, I went back to the campus. All that's gone and replaced with these high-rise, I think, dormitories. And I'm all like, wow, this place has changed,
Yeah.
And they just keep on building out more and more and more, you know? So
That's the USC way.
Yeah. When I was there, though, I mean, like I did theater, so I did a couple of plays there while I was there, so that was fun. But I mainly wanted to like finish college.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to get out, and get involved and get trying to break into the business, the entertainment industry. Like for instance, just as an example of how sick I was of school by my senior year. Spring break, my senior year is 2008. Spring break happened. Everyone went out of town, going party and all that stuff. And I stayed behind and wrote all of my term papers that entire week, every single one of them.
Good little boy.
Well, no, because I partied the rest of the of the semester. I was like, I'm not going to be bogged down by writing 3 term papers, 10 pages each. I'm going to get them all done in this week. Then I'm going to party, and all I have to do after that is the finals. That's it, and we're done. And those they're pretty easy at that point. Once you get to your senior year, it's like okay. But then I graduated, and I was like so happy. So, but yeah, I partied the rest of my senior year. That's how sick I was of school.
And you
done?
Did you get a degree in theater?
Theater and it's theater.
That's what I got my degree in.
There we go.
Same.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I was an English major.
It's funny. Back a couple of years ago, I saw a friend of mine. We were at a party. She graduated I'd say 4 years after me because I knew her when she was a freshman and when I was a senior. And she was like, Peter, I think you and I are the only ones that we know of that are using the degree from USC.
Yeah.
I was like, it's true.
What does she do now?
She's an actress. She does some movies, like smaller movies, But it's a career. She's got it.
So I'm going to ask one more question, and then we must explain. We must bring people in. My question is, it's very big and broad, but like, what is it like being on a reality show?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I've had nothing but a good time doing this for over my time on the show. It's what 10 seasons. Damn.
Wow.
10 seasons.
A lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah, it's been a great. I mean, it's an accomplishment. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like staying in there, staying relevant, keeping your sanity, I guess, from the calm and chaos that you emerge from. I try to stay as calm as possible, and because it can get chaotic sometimes. But It's been a blast.
There won't be a problem staying relevant right now.
Oh my God! There's been such a renaissance.
It's breathing life
show.
into.
Yeah,
it's
like
life.
I went viral this weekend.
Congrats.
I'm like, whoa.
For what?
Well, I put a TikTok up and it's already like 1.2 million views on it. No, like I was like, wow, this is crazy.
And I know that like we have to fill people in on the details.
Yes.
But I think the magic of Peter's TikTok that went up is that everyone wants everyone's opinion on what's going on that is in the current cast and the cast that's not on the show right now. And Peter has been the only person who's been able to stay quiet?
Yeah.
Until today,
until
baby.
right now. Do we have a breaking news drop?
Yeah.
I mean, this
we
is
have
huge.
so many.
I don't know.
of them.
Is this breaking? I don't know if this is breaking news. I don't think I'm that.
Yeah, no, it's
For
it
us.
is.
It
For us.
is.
For me, it is.
Huge. It's okay if you don't. It's okay.
No,
I just had. I have
we
so
haven't
many.
used it in a while.
If we haven't used in a while,
What's the breaking news?
just that you're here.
You're here.
Oh, there we go. Well, me being here is the breaking news,
It is-
everybody.
well,
yes.
and you're willing to talk
I am on
about
my
stuff.
best friend's podcast, Allison
right.
Rosen. And that's the breaking news. I'm here. I'm here in person. So.
My thing is where do we even start on trying to because it goes with, like Peter said, over 10 years of and longer than that with just the friendships involved.
Yeah, so since I've been at SUR, I got there at 2008. Kristen was a server there.
Kristen Doty.
Kristen Doty.
Doty.
A year later, Stassi Schroeder became a server there. Same with Christina Kelly. Who else? Katie Maloney became a server there in 2009, so a year after I got there. So yeah, and then at Villa Blanca, which opened in 2009, that's where Scheana started working, and Sandoval was a bartender at. So, and then Ariana was there. So everybody's been there in the Vanderpump universe that have been there for over a decade pre-Vanderpump Rules.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
people have.
Well, I mean, like, and I don't want to throw shade, but I'm about to.
But hey, your breaking news thing. Breaking shade. Oh, we have a different one that's like. Yes,
There we go.
Figured you'd want to go shorter.
It's the news
Now I wish I had.
with Allison.
Prepare yourself.
Best friend.
There's a lot of these. Okay, yes. Throw that shade.
Okay, so there was a show that the Abbey tried to do, which is down the street. Now, I love the Abbey. I go there all the time. But they try to copy us.
Oh.
They try to do a show. It's like Welcome to the Abbey or something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah,
Remember that? Yeah.
Vaguely.
So they try to copy their I wouldn't say competition, but like their neighbors down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference was that in how do I put this? In the highly intelligent move that the producers of that show tried to do, they decided instead of hiring some people to be on the show that already worked there and already knew each other, they went out of the club, of the restaurant, the bar, whatever it is, and hire a bunch of people off the street that didn't know anything about each other. Hence the failure.
It's true. It's true.
Yes.
The history is what gets
That's what I was going to
Exactly.
say.
Vanderpump.
People
Had,
say that.
for instance, me and let's say Jax or Tom or any of us not knowing each other, and we go out. Oh, let's go get drinks. What's the conversation going to be about?
What do you do for a living?
How is life? What is going on? Instead, it's like, oh, so what happened this past weekend? Because I know that you blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
much more organic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas like with people that don't know each other, it's like, so what do you do?
Right.
You know, it can have that little that awkwardness.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of people noticed it. And then by the time that the show, I think maybe kind of sort of started getting a little good, just going up it was already tanking. And nobody was watching. So it was like episode 5 or 6 or 7 around there. When people finally knew each other, nobody was interested anymore. You got to grab the audience right away.
It's true. You don't. You have one shot.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have surmised that that's part of the reason that the show is so popular is because it really is
Exactly.
real friends.
Yes.
Or former friends.
Yeah.
Okay,
Former
so-
friends. I mean, I used to be at Scheana's every Thanksgiving.
Oh.
You know? So yeah, I'd be at Scheana's every Thanksgiving celebrating that. Yeah.
Wait, are
That's
you
nice.
and Scheana former friends?
No. I'm just saying, like, you know,
That's
like
how close you guys are. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
And I would like to say real quick that only Scheana and Peter have come on my podcast, and I am the biggest fans of both of them because I just get ghosted by anyone else who wants to do it. And all they want to do is have a friendly conversation. And I'm not there for gotcha moments on the podcast. I just want to have fun. And I think it just shows the character of some of these folks.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, she came on Madrigal at the Movies.
As well, yeah. When we used to do the movie
When we used to do
podcast.
the movie
yeah.
podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's attempt to just let people in if they
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. I'm going to give the most generic broad strokes explanation of it. But one of the most long running foundational, I would say, couples on Vanderpump, it turns out that the guy, Tom Sandoval, was having an affair with this woman, Raquel, and cheating on Ariana.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To say the least.
And
Yeah.
I know it seems like, yes, this is what happens on soap operas and also reality shows all the time. So
And
what's
specifically, a lot of people cheat on Vanderpump.
Yes.
But
Yes.
this is very shocking.
so what's like people might be like, so what's the big deal? And that's actually a question to throw to everyone, but it is it's weird, but like everyone feels betrayed by this.
Yes.
And also this season, so season 10, it seemed that Raquel was dating there's 2 Toms on the show, was like maybe going to date the other Tom, but then to find out that this had been going on evidently for 7 months, and also the Raquel in question had dated Peter that we saw on the show. So anyway, it's just, so the Tom that has been doing the cheating is allegedly is Tom Sandoval. That's why people are using the hashtag Scandoval. I mean, it's just, wow.
Yeah. And I think a big portion of this is that between Peter, I would say, and Ariana, they're very much an audience proxy.
Yeah.
They're very much like you can put yourself in the shoes of these people because they don't get as much into the drama, or they will actively roll their eyes at what's going on and call out other people. We've seen Peter do it on the show. You see Ariana do it on the show all the time.
I did it to Jax at Jax's birthday party.
Exactly. And so like I remember specifically, I think it was season 9's reunion show, or season 8, Ariana's just like, what are you doing? We are on Vanderpump Rules. We are not special. Like, and that's everyone gets the connection to that. So to see that someone who's like very real is cheated on by someone that you feel like has a true connection with them, it's like, it hurts in this like parasocial sort of way. You know?
I want to just come out with guns ablazing and say I am Team Ariana.
Oh yeah,
everyone
and
is.
I think everyone is, but it's just what's haunting me most of all, especially going back and watching the first 4 episodes of this past season, rewatching them, is that our Raquel is playing like 3-dimensional like she's fully just like hanging out with Ariana. And then I saw scenes from next week where they're looking for bathing suits together to go to Lake Havasu. And this whole time she's totally fucking the boyfriend of the person that she's talking to.
Yeah.
Is that just,
Allegedly.
like, is that right? Is that what the timing was?
It seems like it. And, you know, Peter, you can tell me if I'm wrong or keep quiet, but it feels
I'm
like...
listening.
It feels like there's this world where they can't get enough drama on camera and off camera. And they filmed during the summer. I had been at SUR a couple of times when they were filming, so I know that this is over the time frame of what they're doing. And all of these statements that have been made to the press, TMZ, whatever you want to call it, have been saying this has been going on since July. So, of course, they're going on these trips in there. And Scheana's wedding was in August. So it happened there. They had said Raquel was mysteriously 3 hours late to Scheana's ceremony.
Oh, yeah. And now all sorts of like crazy stuff is coming out. Like Tom and Raquel, the cheaties, were together during Christmas.
Yep.
Like secretly at his family. I mean, there's just, it's as Robin said last night, it's our Watergate.
This is our Watergate. You know, I want to know, wait, can you back up a second? Why was she 3 hours late to the wedding?
Oh,
Well,
yes, thank you.
We haven't seen it on TV yet, but it feels like she was just getting ready. That's what I was reading online, that the excuse was I was getting ready and it was taking me longer. But now people who were there were saying like, well, Sandoval wasn't around either. So were they just all hooking up and just causing everyone to delay a wedding?
I will say that there's a lot of stuff on TikTok, which this scandal has made me try and look at TikTok. Raquel, who people are calling Rachel now, by her
Which
real
is her
name.
real name, evidently.
Raquel was at a lot, if not all, of the Tom Sandoval and the Most Extra
right.
shows.
That's his
Sometimes
band, his
alone,
vanity band.
sometimes by herself, and sometimes with Ariana. But she was at every show.
And Sandoval dressed up as Raquel for Halloween.
Yes.
So there's a part of me that wants to know, is this all like a Great Gatsby thing? Is the whole band to show Rick? I don't know. I'm just, Peter, we got to hear from you. Yes, your thoughts.
Where to start?
Well,
Anywhere you want.
Anywhere.
Well, let's just put it this way. I found it very interesting. I'm not going to go into the details because I can't, there's certain things I can't go into details about. But how do I put this? They were hanging out quite a bit without Ariana around.
Right.
Let's just put it that
seems
way.
obvious.
And I looked at it in the back of my head. I'm like, this is weird, but okay, maybe Tom's just trying to show her the ropes or something like that.
Yeah. Some ropes.
Yeah, some ropes. Yeah, some
That was
ropes.
one big rope.
Because here's the thing: I've had a bunch of female friends. You know what I mean? I have one.
We're best friends.
Yeah, exactly. You and I are best friends. Demi is another one.
Yeah.
My friend Levis. She's I think she lives around this area too, Sherman Oaks.
You have a friend named Levis that isn't Raquel Levis?
That's my question exactly.
Yeah, I've known that woman for how many years? Yeah, over a decade now.
Okay.
You know?
wow.
Her first
Yeah.
name is Levis?
Yeah, Levis.
Okay.
Yeah,
This not a good time for Levis.
No.
or
I know,
not
right?
Raquel.
Yeah, I know.
It's like people who were named Isis.
She goes by Leia, but Levis, she has 2 kids. She and I have been friends for a long time too. And then I did have a falling out with. I'm not getting into details, but someone else that we were really close, and I actually miss her a lot.
Yeah, the one you had the falling out with.
Yeah, I do miss her, but because we were very close, and we were like always going out, and so I thought it was that kind of deal. You know what I mean? Because I've had those type of relationships. You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, I've had my girlfriends, but I like to have a lot of I don't know. I think that having a best friend that's a woman is awesome, because you ladies always have like a sixth sense about you, and you always I get really good advice from a bunch of my friends, you know what I mean, about how to proceed and all that stuff. So
Yeah. I'll give
That's
you
what
good advice if you want me to.
Absolutely.
After this is all over.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
give
gonna need it.
horrible
I'm gonna need it
advice.
because I tend to jump at things, and then I'm always held back by
Are you talking
Your
about
female
relationship
friends.
wise? Or just everything?
Relationship wise, for instance, I was dating someone, and then of course Demi was like, Peter,
Demi gives very good advice.
Yes, she
I have
does.
been there for
she
an
does.
advice
She
session.
and I get into arguments. You know what I mean? We get into a lot. We just had an argument just recently. It was a blow up. But
Best server, I think, at Sir right now.
she is.
Demi.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question though about the Tom Sandoval and such, Peter?
Scandival.
Scandal.
Just to make sure, you asked Raquel on a date though, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, were they together during that time?
And
Well,
how do you feel about that now?
Actually, so when I first asked Raquel on a date, it was in March actually of 2022.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so before filming started.
Yeah, before filming started, and then we went on a date, and she cried on my shoulder there too.
So
At
she's cried on
Tyrone's.
2 dates with you or just one?
On 2.
So 2, but one was televised.
One was televised, yeah.
Like-
And then, once we went to Tyrone's, apparently it came out in Dumois, and I had no idea. Remember, I told you I was like, "What the hell is Dumois?" Remember that?
Sorry about that, Peter.
Yeah, it's okay. I was like, "What?" Because all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, Peter and Raquel were on," and it was just on Dumois, And then I started
big
getting all these
gossip site.
tags. I was like, "What the hell is Dumois?"
I was like, Peter, there's a thing with blind items.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, she and I hung out a second time. We went on a second date. We made out.
Ooh.
And then filming started, and then they wanted to capture all that stuff. So I was just like, yeah, sure, let's go, let's do it, as long as she's cool with it.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I told production. I was like, if she's cool, then we'll do it.
Yeah. So
so-
basically you went out with her and then you went out with her again for the cameras, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Basically, there you go.
Fair enough.
How
fair
did
enough.
production know that you guys had gone out? Do they? So do you?
It was all
do they
it was all over Dumois.
Oh, that's duh.
Yeah.
You just said that.
So then they asked, and so they asked me, and then they asked her, and then they asked me, and I was like, we both confirmed it. So then they were like, okay, well, we want to see this on camera. It's like, okay.
Do you think that there was a world where, because I don't know, you went on dates without being filmed. Do you think there's a world where there was still kind of a bit of a spark or something, and you're like, well, maybe this?
I mean, there was a
isn't
spark.
done?
Yeah, there was a spark with me,
Yeah.
But my whole thing was I'm not a starter pony.
She did say that on Watch What Happens Live, and I did not like
I
that.
am not a starter pony.
Which is also,
Wait,
what's
what
a
did she, I
starter?
haven't seen it. What did she
I don't
say?
know what a starter pony is,
She said basically.
but I mean,
yeah.
let's
to get her
let's
juices
face
flowing
it.
again.
Yeah.
Even in
Yeah.
a drunken state, I'm still I mean, she's the one that said,
You're a finished stallion.
yeah, yeah.
Clydesdale.
I mean, I'm the 4th best manager there. Drunk. I'm kidding. Yeah, she's the one that came over and said, "Oh, consolidating me." I'm like, and I don't remember this because I was getting drunk. I was having a good time.
I think they gave you a crappy edit on that.
Well,
Episode.
we can get into that, but yeah. What was it? She was like consolidating me. I was like consoling you, and I don't even remember saying that. And then I saw it, and I was all like, "Oh my god!"
And if I can
why
say,
would-
I think it sounded like there's a way where you can be like, I'm correcting you, but no, you were kind of like, no, they're filming us. You're using the wrong word.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
I mean, I was just like, but I was, like I said, I was buzzed. I was getting drunk. I was having a good time. And then all of a sudden I get a 1-2 punch from Lisa. And then and then Raquel, and like I don't remember what Lisa told me. I don't I hardly remember what Lisa told. I don't remember what Lisa told me. I hardly remember what Raquel told me. I definitely don't remember that moment where I was all like consoling you, you know.
Yeah.
There was a lot of moments in that particular party that I'm like, I don't remember that.
Well, that was a big event.
It was.
That was a huge event for that. For what is it? Scumbags and cheaters? Is that what the restaurant's
Scumbags and
called?
cheaters. Well, you know what? Hey,
Foreshadowing.
I think that Schwartz should come to me and be like, "Hey, Peter, you want to join in?
Yeah.
Schwartz and Maddie's."
I think that is the
Schwartz
case.
and Maddie's.
Is it possible that Schwartz didn't know?
Great question,
Oh,
Allison.
That's a good
Is that in your
question.
notes?
That's a good question.
It's not.
Hashtag did Schwartz know?
Hashtag did Schwartz know? I have
What?
my.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I mean, let's just put it this
Seems
way.
hard to believe.
Here's the way I'm gonna put it. Those two are like brothers.
Sure.
So, like, if I'm anything I'm doing, I'm telling my BFF,
Allison.
Allison,
Yeah.
or my brother Jude.
It's my
I'm telling,
competition.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. My brother. Yeah, it's a pretty tough competition.
I know, because you guys have that history.
Or I'm telling Demi, my sister from another mister.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard to believe that Schwartz didn't know anything. But you know, I'll take the. How do I put this? I'll take the.
Until it's fact.
Yeah.
It's speculation.
Yeah, I'll take the. Yeah, I'll believe that he didn't know. But
So
you never
it
know.
sounds to me like Raquel and Sandoval were hanging out a lot and people were noticing. And I guess my question is like, did Ariana ever have a moment where she wondered? Because
that I don't know.
the ladies do have a sixth sense.
Yeah.
And I would want to know if this person that's been at my boyfriend's every concert
Mm-hmm.
is just a friend.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, because like for instance, Demi would, if I was doing like something, Demi would be like, I've invited her to like events. She's like, oh, remember I was doing the Clamato thing last year?
Yep.
I was like, hey, Demi, you want to come? Oh, Peter, I'm exhausted. No. I'm like, okay, cool. Free drinks. Most of them have tequila, so I don't drink tequila. I'm like, okay, whatever. You see what I mean?
Friends
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
just always hang out. at your
Exactly.
events.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And that's just one example for me. You know?
Well, and I think that, you know, the whole idea, what's come out is that Sandoval had dropped his phone, and I believe Israel, who works at Schwartz and Sandy's, like handed the phone to Ariana.
And
then-
this was at the concert.
And this was at the concert.
Oy.
At the concert.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I heard
Ariana,
that. I've heard this story. Yeah.
well, and my whole thought process here is I don't immediately go, and if someone else's phone is handed to me, look at the phone and open it and search through it. So I would have to think Ariana has some sort of thought process now that I have.
Yeah. Okay. So here's all right. How do I put this? I don't think that the timeline that people put in there is accurate.
Aha.
Like everyone thinks that she found out through the
just
through the
last week.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show.
Yeah. I don't think that that's accurate. So I think that what happened. See, this whole news broke on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It was like, where were you when JFK was shot? I'll never forget.
I've seen those memes too. It's like, how was your weekend? Well, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened.
Trying to explain the Bravo verse to my friends on Monday morning.
And then the friend's like, huh? You know. So
Real quick, Tony, how are you holding up?
I'm here to work.
I have like this is the most I've ever gotten into.
But this is what this is. This is a safe
Exactly,
space.
because I have to say something because
Please.
I kind of am directly, indirectly involved in this because I did go on some dates with her, and now I'm just like, okay, so the starter pony's gonna speak up
Oh, God.
because I'm not like I'm just. I'm nobody's starter pony.
No, you're not. I was mad when she said that.
Oh,
She said
no.
it on Watch
Even
What
Andy
Happens
Cohen.
Live
She
on
said that
Thursday.
Peter was-
She
Yeah.
referred to
Yeah.
him, and she was like, well, Peter was a great starter pony to basically get back
Yeah,
into the
yeah. Go fuck yourself.
I did
anyway.
not. Yeah, I basically said the same thing to my
No,
TV Peter, and I didn't even know
you know,
either.
I always keep an even keel, but my God,
Yes.
who the hell do you think you are?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let it out.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
What
Yeah.
who the fuck do you think you are? Anyway, I think it's the wine talking because, like I said, I'm always like this.
You are. That's why you're the manager.
Yeah, exactly. Calm and chaos. From the chaos comes the calm. That's me. But here's the thing. Here's the when I was, it's funny. Do you guys know who Dr. Cracks is?
No.
He's on TikTok. He cracks backs.
Oh yes, actually
God.
that has popped up on my feed.
Yeah, he's huge following. And we were having lunch, and then all of a sudden I started getting these text messages and like different outlets calling me. So Allison, you should be happy that you're my best friend because
Yeah.
Oh, was he
you're
trying
the
to get...
first. Yeah,
This is
there you go.
exclusive.
This everything's coming up Rosen. This is so exciting for me.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
So Friday, this whole thing popped, right? But Watch What Happens Live happened on Wednesday.
Right.
Okay. So some of these, and they're probably
The
going to
previous Wednesday.
the Wednesday, Thursday pop.
2 days before.
Yeah. So I don't think a lot of people have it in the correct order.
Okay.
So what happens is Watch What Happens Live. Raquel confesses, or someone asks Scheana to get it out of Raquel. Raquel confesses, or something goes down in New York.
Right. After the show.
Scheana pops Raquel.
So that's confirmed.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's confirmed. I can't confirm it or deny
Right,
it because
but-
I have no idea, but I know Scheana is scrappy.
Yeah.
She's
She's
one
from
of those.
Azusa.
Exactly. Yeah. One of my friends was all like, "Oh, she's not that scrappy." I was like, "Oh no, she'll do it.
scrappy.
She'll throw down.
And Scheana
She'll throw down."
defends her friends.
That's
Exactly.
true.
And think about it. Ariana and her have been friends pre-show.
Yeah, from the jump.
From the before the show.
Before the jump.
And they may have had
Pre-jump.
their disagreements, but they're still tight.
Yes, very.
Okay? Very tight. So that happens. Thursday, let's say Thursday. When was the Tom concert?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Okay. So they're 3 hours ahead. Scheana tells Ariana, "Hey, I found this out. Verify it. I already punched Raquel or whatever. Verify it." So Ariana goes through the trouble of getting Tom's phone. It doesn't necessarily pop out.
Oh.
She gets it.
So she already...
Yeah.
She's already
Heard.
thinking
Tipped
about
off.
it. Exactly.
Yeah, that
Yes.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Right.
all of a
the
sudden,
phone fell, and I got
phone
the-
fell down. Oh, Tom, here's your phone.
Right.
Right.
Oops, I
It's like,
accidentally put in the code.
Oh, I'm gonna put your code in and find out what's going on. No, if she didn't think anything,
Right. She
if
wouldn't
she
have
didn't,
done that.
she wouldn't have been like, "Oh, here's your phone. I got it in my purse."
Exactly.
Right,
She wouldn't even thought of anything. But because she was tipped off by her BFF, that's what gave her cause to pause and do a little bit of investigative work.
And
I
do we
see.
have a beat on where Ariana is now? Like,
I don't know. All I saw was that picture of her flicking
Yes,
everybody
in the
off. She deleted her
McDonald's.
Twitter. She deleted her Instagram.
but
Which
she'll be back.
she'll be
And it
back.
does
She'll be
feel
back.
like Katie, Kristen, Scheana, and everyone's rallying with
Yes.
Ariana and
You
staying
gotta.
very supportive.
I'm very team Ariana.
Oh yeah.
I'm very
here's
team
what
Ariana.
here's one of my
And I've been
questions.
friends with Tom forever, but man, this is beyond fucked up.
It's
Yeah.
really fucked up.
I mean, like, this is like, dude,
And the lightning
what
bolt necklaces
yeah,
is
that
like
was-
yeah.
Oh my
The
God.
lightning
like
bolt
you want to
necklace.
get
like
caught. You want to get
that's
caught.
like a wedding ring.
yeah.
So someone
what I mean?
explain what that is.
So the TomTom logo on the shirts where Raquel got a whole bunch of crap because she was supposedly dating Tom Schwartz. She does this Instagram post where she's wearing a TomTom sweatshirt during all of the drama, the supposed drama, and it's got a gold lightning bolt on it. Well, now that this new news has come out with Sandoval, we see that Tom Sandoval and Raquel have been wearing matching gold necklaces this entire time to almost signal their love for one another.
Right.
But it feels like that's like serial killer shit. That's like I'm leaving a mark somewhere.
Yes.
Crazy.
You want to know how to throw people off? Have Schwartz wear the same necklace.
Yeah.
And then that would have been interesting,
Yeah.
though. Then we would have been speculating something else. And I'm
Right,
kidding. I'm
right.
kidding.
But it brings up a good point, which is that Schwartz was sort of like used as the talk about being
Right.
used.
Used, yeah. I feel sorry.
Discarded.
I do feel sorry for Schwartz because he can be like, a little bit, okay, I'll go along with it or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, and if you watch What Happens Live with Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval,
Yeah.
Schwartz was looking to Sandoval before answering any questions.
Yeah. Something was
really?
weird
Yeah.
about
And he
that.
said that it was like,
Yeah.
that's weird.
It's like, why are you
Yeah.
talking? Can't you just answer what your favorite food is? Oh, well, Tom,
No, well,
what should I say?
the only thing that he did answer by himself without looking at Sandoval was me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's like, oh, Peter stayed Sir for the rest of his career, and Schwartz was like, no, he's got something cooking. No. It's like, which I always have something cooking. I'm always working on other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am a real estate agent as well.
You are also a college graduate. I want to know. This is no disrespect to people who haven't graduated. Are you the only person in that cast who went to college? It doesn't matter, by the way,
Raquel
if you did or
went
didn't.
to college. I know that. I think Schwartz went to college.
I feel like Ariana maybe went to college.
Ariana did.
And Scheana did too. I think.
Scheana. I don't know if Scheana. I know Stassi did. I know.
Okay, then you know what? I'm the one that's generalizing.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
Do we have
Robin.
a generalizing drop?
yeah. But here's my question for you that I wrote down last night. Knowing them both, you know them both, whether you like it or not, you happen to know them both better than I do. Do you think they're in love?
Good question.
Ooh.
That's a good question. I have no idea. They might be.
Matching lightning bolt necklaces.
Yeah,
that's like high school in love, though.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what the big insult is. Because, okay, yeah, I think they might be. But the big insult is he didn't apologize to Ariana.
I
I know.
In the statement he made yesterday.
And I'm just like...
He apologized to his business
And
partners.
I thought
Woof.
that I knew that guy.
You might not. I don't think anybody does.
No.
So how did you find out, Peter?
How did I find out? Someone texted me a picture of like, Ariana is moving, Tom and Ariana are splitting. And I was like, the fuck's going on? You know what I mean?
Wow.
So you found out essentially in real time with the rest of us.
I found out in real time with everybody.
Wow,
yes.
wow.
And this is
like I said, I was at lunch with Dr. Cracks.
Yeah. And this is also like silly to think about from like our vantage point as viewers of the show, but you've lived through multiple Tom Sandoval relationships.
Yes.
Oh, right.
And so you've been able to see what it was like with him and
I used
Kristen.
to have
with him and Ariana.
I remember Tom and Kristen coming over to my place for Thanksgiving. It's like, Tom, what the fuck? Kristen, stop. Yeah. It was the most toxic. Oh my God.
That was very
Tom and
toxic.
Kristen is the most toxic relationship I've ever experienced.
So that didn't feel like love.
No, that was not love. That was
from our vantage point, it felt like love with Ariana.
It's funny. Oh yeah, exactly.
It did.
Yeah, it felt like love with Ariana, but like with Kristen and I are like, I saw Kristen the other night. We were like joking about some things when she came into Tom Tom, but but yeah, with her and Tom was just so bad.
And you remember when Tom, this was up on TikTok today.
We couldn't schedule them together.
Oh, really?
And they had been
that's
like
funny.
long time. They've been together for they hadn't been together for a
Tom
long
and
time.
Kristen had.
Oh, I thought they had.
Oh
been.
man, it felt like
They became a thing in 2008, and then they split in 12, 13?
Huh.
So it wasn't
in comparison
That's
to
fine.
the other
Comparison, yeah.
relationships.
Right. But I mean, that's like,
Comparison,
that feels like, as a
Yeah.
viewer, I remember thinking,
Yeah.
oh, wow, they've been together for a long time.
In
And then was
comparison,
Vegas
though.
was
Right.
Vegas girl if
Vegas girl.
I mean,
listener-
Miami Girl?
Miami Girl.
Excuse me, Miami girl. Was she during the
I
Ariana reign?
I don't know any. I don't have any point of reference for that. I keep on hearing Miami Girl, and the only thing I know about that is Kristen yelling at Diana, "Suck a dick, Diana, suck a dick."
Yes, iconic.
And
The
I'm
hard
just
thing
like,
about-
See what you're missing, Tony?
Well, as a viewer, like the hard thing about the whole Miami Girl scenario is that the edits were terrible on everyone involved. So
Sure.
we are obviously led down a certain path.
I mean, I believe it now.
Well, sure, but
Yeah,
that's
I
the
know.
thing. Even if it didn't happen and Tom was telling the truth, he has so little credibility now.
Yes.
So Tom's
That
cheating
every
on,
bad
Tom's
thing-
cheating on Kristen. Kristen's cheating on Tom.
You know,
Nightmare.
back in October, I did a meme on the Vanderpump Rob's Instagram account where, people were doing like the Spirit Halloween costumes.
Uh-huh.
And I did these themed. I did one of Peter, yes. And it was
remember
just
that,
the
yeah.
manager. And of course, I would take
That went
the image.
all
Yes.
over the place.
And I did a whole bunch, and it was all just the bodies of the people on the show, but like fake
Faces.
AI generated heads. So it was, Spirit Halloween costume. And I did one of Jax, and it was the cheater.
Oh.
And Jax unblocked me, went on and left a comment that said, everyone on that show cheated except for Ariana. So if you're going to call me a cheater, you better make a costume for everyone.
Whoa.
And I replied
Actually,
to him.
no. I've never cheated either.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
nice.
Never cheated.
And so, looking back on that now and looking back at some other things that Jax has said on the show, Jax has done some terrible things.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the phrase? I've heard someone say this before. Jax tells the truth about other people and lies about his scenario.
Yeah.
So now looking back on it, it's like, oh my God, was he telling the truth about Sandoval this whole time?
Look,
He's
it
the
seems like
soothsayer.
it.
Yeah.
Soothsayer.
Seems
He's the
like it.
oracle.
He's
of
the oracle.
Vanderpump. Well, Daniel
And him and Brittany are, I'm sorry, I was just going to
Go
say,
ahead.
him and Brittany are now the longest lasting
Hey.
Vanderpump couple.
They're the number one couple.
Yes.
So
They are.
Daniel pointed out that Jax and Sandoval and Schwartz, like they were like really tight.
Yes.
The
They
three
were,
of
yeah.
them.
They lived on
Yeah.
Kings Road. We went and I remember getting off of work and going back to their place after Sir and just drinking the night away. It was a lot of those are great memories.
Jax
Aw.
slept behind a sheet in the
Yes.
living room.
Yeah,
So maybe they're all birds of a feather.
flock
inside.
together.
And let's remind the listeners too, and they may not know, Jax was caught cheating on his now wife. He was having sex with a woman who was taking care of an elderly woman, and they had sex in the next room or in the
I don't
same
remember
room.
this.
Yeah.
Okay,
tapped
I don't
out
know
for
about
a
that.
bit.
What happened?
Faith said this
Faith.
on the
Oh
season
my
6,
God.
episode 1, because I just covered that episode.
Vanderpump Robs.
Yeah. I had to. I had to.
Yeah. So
Of course, I won't put it out for another
there was
month,
a sick and ailing, dying lady, and Jax went over to that lady's house where Faith was working as an elder care worker and had sex with them either on the floor, had sex with Faith.
What the?
I
Allegedly.
love that I'm telling Peter this.
I know.
Well,
Wow.
Peter only, it's funny because Peter has done a handful of episodes with me on the podcast, but it's so funny because he'll come on and be like, I can't believe you're making me watch this, man. It's like, I only see this when I'm at work and it's on the TV.
Oh, do you not watch it?
No.
So how do you know what's going on, Rob?
As far as what?
I don't know. Just
Well,
like
I do give Peter a few tips, but you've been watching more lately of this newest season.
Yeah, this newest season has compelled me to watch it because I'm like, how do they portray me now? And I'm just like, for instance, like,
Well, I sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
how do I put this? Look, so I'm not trying to stir up anything or whatever right now, but I get dumped. The starter pony got dumped by Raquel, but then he was told by his boss that I can't be dating the staff. And by the way, when I asked her out, she was not working at Sir at the time, and then she started up again. Now she's not, and it's like it's a whole thing. But I'm going to put something out there right now. I have Stassi and Katie came before I became a manager there.
Oh, when you all dated?
Okay.
Great.
And it was implied on the show that I've been dating the staff since I became a manager, which did not happen.
Yeah.
That did not happen. And I have to put it out there
Yeah.
because it was implied on the third episode or the second episode that I did when Lisa came and told me you can't date the staff. It's like, I've never dated the staff. She was not working there when I asked her out.
I think you're clean in this area. I don't think we think of, as a viewer, I don't think of you as the guy who dates the staff.
Yeah.
So
Not to mention James is a total liar.
But it was implied though.
it was implied.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was really mad about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, Lisa, she was all like, "Oh, how does it feel to be dumped?" I'm like, "Yeah, I look like a deer in the headlights." It's almost like a whole scene's missing, but I'm not going to get into that.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to? Because we
is the
actually
place
like watched it and then rewound it, and we're like, what's going on here?
She tells me not to date this, like I can't date Raquel, and then she says, "Oh, Peter, how does it feel to get dumped?" It's like, well, you told me I couldn't date her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. She initiated the conversation between
That's
you
all.
and Raquel.
I'm just like,
Right.
I don't
She's
know.
a-
I don't feel good about that.
Are there
conversation.
any scenes that are cut that you can talk about?
I did have a scene with. I did have another. I had a couple of scenes with one with James and one with Raquel.
Oh.
But
Separately?
Yeah.
Huh.
But they cut him.
I
Yes.
don't know. Well, I'm not sure.
I guess
I'm not-
now
I'm not
they're
gonna-
re-editing the whole
Yeah.
next half of the
Oh.
show. So
Are they
My whole thing is like the one thing that I will say is that once I became a manager, I did not date the staff.
Yeah.
I could have. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's
And
honorable.
that question of my integrity really like just drives me up the wall.
Sure.
But do you feel like they know the truth? Like, what do you think happened with that edit? Like, do you think they're just like, this makes for a more compelling storyline?
I mean, I guess, I don't know, but it just like, it pisses me off, you know?
Because presumably they know the truth, right? Like, Lisa knows the timeline.
In what sense?
They know that you didn't date anyone who was a current employee.
I hope they do. I mean, that's a fact.
Right.
You know,
Feels like there's a bit of selective memory in there on Lisa's part, for sure.
you know, I'm angry about that. Like,
Yeah.
that's questioning my integrity, and I'm just kind of like, I had to address it,
Yeah.
and I will continue to address it.
Do they
thing
know
is,
you're angry?
your
No, it's just like-
integrity looks
but-
great right
But it's
now.
just like with the whole Dana situation.
Oh, from
I was
season
not
8?
allowed. I was not allowed to defend myself on the show, and she's like making fun of me, like, "Oh, I would remember making out with a pirate." By the way, that's not an insult. I go to Gasparilla every year, which is a pirate festival in Tampa Bay.
Oh my God.
I go there every year, so that's not really an insult, woman. But
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is that we did, but she was probably dating Max and Brett or both of them at the same time, and that she didn't want to be like, well, I made out with the third guy too. It's like,
Right.
just
right,
like Raquel this last season.
I mean, but if I can say this bluntly about Raquel, like, it's a little, I don't know if you know the movie, your face. I don't know if you know the movie All About Eve, but it's where this young actress comes in and essentially usurps the life of the more famous actress and becomes even more famous than the actress that was famous to begin with.
I don't know that movie, but I would like to.
It's a
I'll probably have
great
to-
movie.
have to
It's
watch
Betty
it.
Davis and Betty Davis is like the old famous actress. And then this woman comes in and is like, can I just like follow you around and help you act? And the Betty Davis is like, sure. And then before you know it, boom, that Betty Davis is out and this young girl is in and is a bigger star than Betty Davis.
So wait, is that Ariana and Raquel?
No, I just think it's Raquel and the show. I think Raquel came in as sort of this doe-eyed, person who maybe had slid in Bambi-eyed. Thank you, had slid into James's DMs, and we should say it's been verified she was a big fan of the show. And then here
really?
she is. She gets on the show. She puts up with James in an engagement for God knows how many years, and now with all of this, for better or worse, she's going to be the star of the show.
Yeah.
Like she's the.
Sometimes you,
Which is so fucked up.
yeah, and you the be careful what you wish for
Yeah.
scenario, because also, like in this whole scenario, last season we got this like Raquel having a hard time making speeches and talking in front of people and being very
so
timid,
true.
and now we're getting this very confident Raquel who's going on dates and finding the world again, and I don't know, Peter,
Asking Schwartz to make out with her.
yeah, just
But went as a ruse to throw us off.
and after she had already spoken with Katie, where Katie's like, I don't think that would be cool.
Yeah.
And so we're getting this like step that is skipped from
but
being
with that,
confident to cocky.
I was like, with that, I was like, Katie, come on, you divorce the guy, you like leave him alone,
But in that conversation, in the most recent episode, which was titled "No Home Left to Wreck," I believe.
Oh my god!
Which made me go, did the producers know?
I don't
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
there's a scene at the very end with Ariana and Katie.
Did they
and
name it that? What
yes.
the?
No Home Left to Wreck.
Can I drop f-bombs here?
Yes, fuck yeah.
Fucking shit! What the fuck?
What it was called.
No home left to wreck.
Yes.
Really?
I love that I'm telling you this.
I know.
Yeah.
But in that, there's a scene with just the three ladies, Ariana, Katie, and Raquel. Raquel says, I want to come clean. I want to confess something, which in light of recent news is such a crazy thing that she's like,
God.
I asked Schwartz to make out with me and he said no. And Ariana turns to her and says, I didn't know you had it in you, which is haunting if you think about it.
Yeah, it's
Haunting.
That's haunting.
It makes me shiver. She
Yeah,
was
it's
saying it to the face of the woman whose long-term boyfriend she was having sex with.
It's like a common law marriage. I mean, like they've been living
Yes.
together for
Did you,
almost a decade.
Yeah.
were you
that's-
aware of them having problems?
No. I mean, like
Only
like,
when he went to go play with construction equipment with you at your birthday.
Yeah, but hold on. Okay. I understand it was her birthday.
sorry.
That season, okay.
That was the moment that got my husband into the show.
Time out. No, time out. Hold on. Okay.
That's not your fault.
I understand that it was her birthday. But keep in mind, this is something that, again, was not addressed on the show. I worked on my birthday, which was Gay Pride.
Oh, you're a Gemini.
Uh-huh.
Not a Cancer.
Which was on Gay Pride from 9 in the morning till fucking close.
That's a long shift.
On my birthday. And the only reprieve I had was my girlfriend at the time, Sarah, bringing a cake in and smashing it in my face, which was fun. That was it.
Right.
And I just kept working and working and working.
Right.
So, pardon me for saying this, but I think I deserved a little bit of a trip to Vegas.
Absolutely.
Okay? And if you want to hold that against me, I don't care.
But the next season, you invited Ariana to your birthday, and everything was water under the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know this. You didn't watch it.
But, no, I did. Well, I remember the birth. My point is that, yeah, I didn't have a trampoline at my birthday. My birthday was spent on my feet all day long at SUR. And if you've been there for Gay Pride, it is crazy. Insane. I have to at some points I have to wash glasses. I we run out of stuff. I have to wash glasses. I have to run food. I have to check on tables. I have to make sure that the servers are doing their job. Imagine doing that. And I'll never forget it because I'm bringing it up right now. I'll never forget that moment. Working all day long round the clock.
Yeah.
So pardon me for saying I'm going to go to Vegas.
Sure.
So that moment where he was saying that he'll never leave Ariana, but he has to go smash construct. That was for Peter's birthday. I'd forgotten that.
That was my birthday.
That's a festival
incredible
fun
moment.
birthday. Yes, it
was a fun birthday. Yeah.
There's dump trucks.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's I guess it's good karma. I sacrificed my day for a little bit of fun in the end.
Yeah, I got into the show first, and Daniel had no desire to watch a Bravo reality show. And I'm like, it's like a bunch of tan, good-looking people yelling at each other, and I can't tell who's who, because I forget what season it was. It's when they were going, Scheana and Katie were going shopping for the ring. I feel like it was season 4 or 5. And I remember I kept confusing Scheana and Katie, who they don't look alike, but it was my entry
when it's
into
a new
it.
Show.
Yeah, I couldn't. And then all of a sudden I was very into it, and I was talking about it on every podcast I was going on. And Daniel still was not into it. And I caught this moment with my phone, and I posted it as an Instagram story. I caught him watching it and laughing, and I think it was the construction moment, the moment we're talking about. I have that, yeah.
And
cheers to your husband.
And now he is all over. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I hope I am. He's he doesn't post, but he reads the Vanderpump Reddit board all the time and is telling me, he was telling me that they were.
Oh, so he's seen those Reddits about me?
Yeah, we were actually talking about how bullshit it was before we started recording.
That's hilarious.
He knows that they call Randall Thofty.
Yeah.
And
oh, God. Yes.
Randall, the king of pickleball?
Yeah. And Lala is
pickleball.
Lauren from Utah.
Pickleball king.
Right.
Yeah. I think that is one of the things that does cement people into watching Vanderpump Rules, because I think folks that aren't as into reality television don't realize how funny
it's
Vanderpump
very
Rules
funny.
is.
The edits, yeah.
It's all in the edit.
chirons,
You will just see this most high drama situation, and then it'll cut to someone else being like, yeah, I don't know what the hell I was talking about there. And then, they're crying in the next scene.
And then in the whatever episode I just watched, someone would be like, I never said that. And then it's 67 seconds ago.
Yes.
I would never do that 74 seconds earlier. And they love to do that recently. It's one of my favorite things on earth, just to call you out on your own bullshit, because, that's the only way we're going to learn, but I kind of don't want people to learn too on the show.
Right. I have a you mentioned trampolines, Peter, and the mention of the trampolines made me think of the Coachella engagement between Peter and DJ James Kennedy.
Peter?
Sorry. Oh my God.
I would.
And I'm the one. And
I'll
here's the
ship
thing:
that.
I'm
I'll
3
ship
glasses in.
I'm 0 glasses in.
And
This
yeah,
is
and like I
embarrassing.
said,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
consolidating, consoling.
We'll need some slash
DJ
fiction.
James Kennedy, the engagement between Rachel
Rochella.
and DJ James.
I've recently found out what that was called, Rochella.
Which was paid for, at least according to the show.
Oh, right.
It was paid for by Tom Sandoval,
Yeah.
which in the moment was like, what a ding dong. Why would he do that? But
also how
again,
generous and weird.
What's going, like,
Very
what's
weird.
that about? That's weird. What
Is
do you,
it
like, knowing Tom Sandoval, why did he do that?
Well, at the time, I thought it was because he was a good friend, but now I'm looking at it like
That's a very good friend.
that's a very good friend. I mean, like, geez,
That's
wow.
why I a little bit wonder.
$25,000.
I think there's been stuff going on, whether it's, I don't know. I think it
He was, like, not
predates this
admitting
summer.
it.
I think it
Yeah.
Well, and
predates
also,
the summer.
if we saw Sandoval doing anything that forward for Schwartz's engagement,
Right.
maybe we'd understand that. But that didn't happen during their engagement.
It didn't?
No.
Not to this level.
Right,
No.
right.
Did I have more to do with Schwartz's wedding than Sandoval?
I think you might have at least had equal
You
amounts.
want to know a story?
Yes.
Want to have a little story? Okay. So, the day before I got to get on a plane to go to Schwartz and Katie's wedding, which was what was it, Napa or whatever. You have to take a plane to Reno, and you got to take an Uber back to California. It's Redwood, something like that. Anyway, I was working at SUR, as I do. And then I get a weird text from Tom Schwartz, and he's all like, Peter, I forgot to transport. I forgot to get these candies that were assorted. They were from Dylan's Candies. I don't know if it's
Dylan's
still,
Candy Bar,
Yeah. And they were assorted in little like metal packaging, like plastic metal, different candies. There's like, I don't know, 50 of them or 100 of them. I cannot remember how many there were. And he was like, can they deliver them to SUR and can you bring them up?
Wow.
Well, that's a big ask.
Yeah, and
That's
I was
a
like,
big
Because
ask.
that's like a wedding favor.
So yeah, exactly.
In
And
more ways than one.
it was for his wedding. And me, I was all like, sure, why not, dude? And I didn't realize how many of these like containers there were. And then they come in to SUR, and we were closing at the time. It come in with just a bunch of these things. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to transport these on the plane? Right.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm lugging all this stuff. I'm lugging my wedding outfit and all my clothes, my change of clothes. And then I'm lugging an extra bag with all these candies.
Ugh, I don't like that.
And I have a picture. I posted a picture of it, like on my Instagram back way when. And from that, I think I had more to do with Schwartz and Katie's wedding than the Sandoval. It's kind of hilarious.
I wonder why.
I was lugging 100 extra pounds
Schwartz
worth of
forgot
stuff.
a lot of things for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And mostly his head. It shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Yeah.
With all due.
So I've got this idea for Vanderpump Rules that I would love to pitch to someone someday. Peter, you're going to have to hook me up with Jeremiah.
Is he the producer?
At least of this season.
This is going to be gone.
Showrunner.
That's
Showrunner.
fine. Go for it.
And Robin, I
want
think
some more?
I would love to know your
Yeah,
opinion
sure.
on this.
Thank you.
Okay.
A VPR redux where we go back and get like a
Cheers.
what do you call a re-edit of like the first few seasons,
Yeah.
but the talking head interviews of people now.
Oh, that's
So we could get all of these
Like
scenes of
director's
like
cut.
like a director's cut or what they did with Arrested Development on
Right.
that season where you can watch both versions on
Right.
Peacock now.
like pop-up video, but with current day talking heads.
yeah,
I
or
might have
don't
to
even
do that with the
Yeah.
current, with what I said 10 years ago. Someone posted a video of me talking about the different relationships from
Yeah.
season 1, and I was like, "Oh my God, I look like a moron."
Well, we're all our worst critics, right?
I am my worst critic. That's why I don't watch the show, because I'm like, I look back on myself 10 years ago. I'm like, I want to punch that guy in the face. I'm kidding.
I mean,
What I find so hard to believe, except to hear about it happening all the time, but I just keep thinking, how did Ariana not know?
I know. And I saw footage on
go ahead.
TikTok of them dancing together at a Sandoval show. Like together, dancing.
Raquel and
Ariana dancing together.
Oh, well,
It's just so dark if you think
and sometimes
about it.
That's pretty.
you
That's pretty
choose what
fucking
you
dark.
want to engage in,
Right.
too. And that's unfortunate because, yeah, I mean, I think we've all seen through certain news that Ariana hadn't had the best year either.
Right.
And so when you have a domino effect of negative things happening, you probably do want to just hold on to the good things in your life.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know I've been there in
Sure.
certain situations. And then to have this trash bag situation happen, like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, I'd be ordering DoorDash McDonald's and flipping off Page 6. Get the hell out of here. Talk to Scandival.
Well, the thing is, I say, because I'm like, how did she not know? But then all the time you hear, like, I know of a good friend who is now happily in another situation, but found out her husband had been cheating on her for like a year and a half, like
Jesus Christ.
all over the place, and she had no idea. So
I
guess
think
that
I
does
also,
happen.
this goes to my theory that denial is the strongest human emotion. And so I think you want to just hold on to the good things.
Yeah.
And you don't want to look at the bad things. But also, another thing I want to say is over the weekend, I think at first a lot of people were dogging on Raquel. And I was the one that was like, when a married guy cheats, like we always blame the woman, but what about the married guy? But looking at that
I
footage,
blame both of them.
right? But looking
Yeah.
at like the
I've always
stuff
blamed
from
both
this
of them.
season where she's like saying to Ariana's face, like, I
Yep.
wanted to make out with Schwartz when she's already like dick deep in Sandoval
Yeah.
land. She's getting deep
Well,
dick by the other guy.
No, but it's something that I always say. It takes two to tango.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I've heard that
always
before.
said that. No, I've said that
does.
before. I said that about the Jax Kristen situation. You know, like everyone was like, "Oh, Peter, you know, you're blaming Christopher." No, I got on fucking Jax's case at his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let him have it at his fucking birthday. You know. And what I said, the only thing I said was, it takes two to tango. She drove over there. It all happened. You know,
It's the truth.
it takes two.
There's a
And
reason.
same with
that-
this situation.
Yes.
You know, and I'm Team Ariana all day.
You gotta be.
She's awesome. She's always been great. You know, her and, you know, we've like her and my brother used to be, she's all like, oh, Peter, you know, I like you, but my favorite Madrigal is your brother. I was like, cool. I'm cool with that.
Did
I
they
don't-
work at Pump together?
They worked at Villa Blanca together.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so your
yeah.
brother is in the universe too.
He is. Ken and Lisa miss him, you know, because he used to work for them, you know, back, you know, but he just got sick of the restaurant industry. You know,
Got it.
It's tough.
I can understand.
It's tough. Yeah.
So you're Team Ariana, which it seems
Well,
like
absolutely.
everyone is.
You
Yeah,
gotta be.
because
Like
she's the
everyone
one
is,
that
right.
got like, dude, she's yeah.
But like, if Sandoval, did you and Sandoval used to hang out?
Yeah, we've hung out many times.
Like, if he
Yeah.
called you up to hang out right now, would you?
No,
Okay, so
Mm.
Interesting.
no, absolutely.
have you had any words with him since all
No.
this? Has anyone?
I don't know. Like,
Raquel.
Yeah.
I'm good. Thanks. No thanks. You don't do
When you-
that to somebody. Like I've had my share of. I've never cheated on anybody. I think I've been cheated on.
Mm.
That's another story. But I mean, if you want to end something, end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta.
End it.
Yeah.
Don't lead someone on and keep them thinking like, oh, we're still together, and then all of a sudden do this.
Because it's humiliating to them.
Well, yeah.
It's not just humiliating; it's sadistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. It's.
That's
Yeah.
sadistic.
And
yeah.
I
And then
can't-
filming a whole season of television.
Well, I can't imagine, like, you're already subjecting yourself to, like, almost manufactured drama that you still have to, like, live through on the
Right.
show to then make sure your off-camera life is going to have the same amount of drama, if not
Right.
more. It's like, that's sick. That's
Wild.
But his claim, and I think I know this from Daniel, who knows it from Reddit. I don't know if it's his claim or people suspect it's going to be what Sandoval says, is there was just never a good time because she was,
Isn't that always?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's
she was like
never a
grieving
good
her
time
grandmother and then her, I
And
forget,
that's-
there was like all these things
Yeah.
piling up. And so he couldn't find a good time to break up with her. I don't know if he actually said that or if people think
I think
he's gonna
that's
say
what
that.
they, like, people are speculating that the PR team is helping
I
spin
see.
to get a softer blow, and that
there's never a good time.
No.
There's never a good time. And that also goes to denial. Like, he was in denial that he had to do this horrible thing and would rather just say, oh, her grandmother or grandfather. Like, it's easier to just kind of run away and hide. In some boots that belong to Raquel. I don't know.
Let's take a quick break. I want to tell you guys about Masterclass. I am in love with Masterclass. There are so many different classes, so many different instructors, and not just like, I mean, look, no offense to the instructors that you may have had in your elementary school, but this, and I had like Mrs. Field, and she was pretty good, but she does not hold a candle to Kris Jenner teaching marketing or Carla Welch teaching how to develop your own style. If you're not familiar with Carla Welch, she's a stylist to the stars. I follow her on Instagram. And now via Masterclass, I can learn all her secrets, all her things. Creative writing with Judy Bloom. And if Daniel were here, he could tell you about all the ones that he's been the classes that he's been taking to like level up. We're talking award-winning chefs. There's a class on criminal profiling from like I think the guy who invented criminal profiling. And I keep saying this, and I mean it. Once I take that, it's over for all of you, because I'm gonna be reading people in a way that's like a little better than I am right now, thanks to Masterclass. It's so good. As soon as you sign up and you see, well, actually before you sign up, you can see all the selections, all the options you have. But then once you sign up, this is what happened to me. I signed up and I was like, okay, which one am I going to take? I want to take all of them, but I can because I subscribed, which is what you should do. I highly recommend you check it out. Get unlimited access to every class. And as an Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/bestfriend now. That's masterclass.com/bestfriend for 15% off Masterclass. I also want to talk to you guys about Kitsch. 2023 is the year of good. Feel good, do good, be good to yourself. Kitsch makes feeling good simple with luxurious, game-changing essentials that beauty enthusiasts, such as yours truly, swear by. They say that hair care is the new skincare, but there is one brand that has taken it to the next level, and that is Kitsch. But it's not just hair care, skincare, beauty stuff. Well, it's all of that. Okay, let's just talk products. They have these satin pillowcases, which are so comfortable. They have heatless rollers. They have creaseless hair clips. That's the thing that I just discovered. And I was like, I need, because I have some of the other Kitsch items, which I love. But now I want these creaseless hair clips. Are these a new thing? Did these just come out? Have I just been sleeping on the creaseless hair clips? They have shampoo and conditioner bars. They have eye masks. I mean, it's just, and it's all really affordable. Right now, Kitsch is offering you 30% off your entire order at mykitsch.com/Allison. That's right, 30% off anything and everything at mykitsch, spelled mykitsch, mykitsch.com/Allison. One more time, mykitsch.com/Allison for 30% off your order. Okay, and we're back.
That was sneaky.
I know. I'm sneaky like that.
That was a long conversation. That was a long first segment.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I guess you're. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm not that structured. It's loose. It's flowy.
I know. I don't mind it. But the first break is like, oh, an hour in. Wow.
I know. I lost track of time.
Well, this is Allison's show.
I heard stories, but I don't believe them.
Do we think production didn't know?
Ooh.
Like, how in everyone's biz is production? Biz, that's short for business.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. I don't think anybody knew.
Okay.
I don't think anybody knew. And I think that it goes back to my theory. Like, Wednesday night, there was a confession in New York.
Oh, you think that Raquel told Scheana?
Yeah, I think that she found something out because of the way that
But
Raquel
I mean, you think Raquel
to,
told Scheana as opposed to someone else tipped Scheana off?
I think that there was like a tip off. There's something happened.
The conversation started in New York.
See, like
Yes.
there was some people.
It often
Here's the
does.
thing. I know this for a fact. I'm not going to reveal any names, but I know that a few people knew about this and tipped Scheana off.
Okay, so it wasn't. So Raquel
That's
didn't
what I think.
confess on her own.
That's the way I think the scenario happened. Like I said, I do know some people knew about it for a while.
Okay.
And then I think that Scheana got tipped off and had to encounter Raquel and then tipped off Ariana.
So you think Scheana confronted Raquel? Probably Raquel.
Maybe. And this was after Watch What Happens Live. And
Right.
I think it was the Who's the Hottest Tom, Schwartz or Sandoval.
Oh, yeah.
She said Sandoval.
Yeah, she did. And that was like, wait, what? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's because that's not innocuous. That
I wonder
is,
if she regrets
It's very
saying that.
direct.
I don't
know
think
what I mean?
she regrets much.
It seems
doesn't
like she
feel like
doesn't.
it.
Yeah. What's her deal?
What is her deal?
What is her deal?
Raquel?
Raquel.
Rachel. Oh, what is it? Batman Begins. Rachel. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
How's that for an answer?
I have a
It's
quick...
like the starter pony doesn't give a fuck.
By the way,
Yes.
I Googled starter pony to find out what the definition is. I can't. The term is not coming up.
It's not a real term.
Because she made it up. She's all
Yes.
like, she's all like, oh, he's a stallion, but you know what? I'm going to degrade him a little bit, so I'm going to call him a pony instead of a stallion.
I think she meant like a starter. She got the phrasing wrong
You mean like
Which has
a-
been a habit.
of her.
You mean like a
This season.
not a merry-go-round, but what are those with
Carousel?
the carousel? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, he's one of the horses on the carousel.
Right.
She's
she just
digressing.
didn't.
I'm
Here's
gonna jump on one horse and then the other horse and the other pony. There you go.
she did a lot of carousel jumping, horse jumping.
Yeah. Carousel jumping. There you go.
Hopping.
My question is, this is a Schwartz and Sandy's question. Or perhaps one day it'll be Schwartz and Maddie's.
I like that.
Are Tom Schwartz or Tom Sandoval contracted to be there a certain number of nights a week?
I would
Schwartz and
hope they're
Sandy's.
going to be there a few nights a week because they own the joint. And apparently, what was it on the show? How much did they put into it on the show?
$250,000?
What'd they say?
A lot.
Something like that.
I don't
$1 million?
know.
I'm surprised Tom's mom had that money.
Tom's hot mom that's got it going on. But it
Hands
just
like Mickey
and-
Mouse.
Holy shit! Like that is.
I know. And they should.
I don't think that that's a joke anymore.
That,
Oh, that
do you think Sandoval had sex with Tom Schwartz's mom?
No, but you know, like
Oh no, I meant Tom Sandoval's mom.
Tom Sandoval's mom.
With
Sorry.
Put the money in.
firefighter.
Oh,
But you know, you're right.
Sandoval's
But there
mom.
was
Oh, right. With her firefighter money. Oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but at
He said-
the most extra show, doesn't he like
He
hold up
sings
a picture
to
of
Schwartz's
Schwartz's mom.
Yeah,
who's
he
got it
did.
going on.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What a
We've gotta get
hilarious
Schwartz
thing.
I don't
mom
think
on the
that
podcast.
I don't think that's a joke anymore. I don't know. It's really weird to me now. This
Yeah.
whole thing's weird at this point.
Tom Sandoval cannot be trusted.
And so
That's-
what do we do about Schwartz and Sandy's? Because they have,
do we do?
they have this Lisa and Ken were going to buy them out of their lead.
right with that guy.
They were going to get the other
And they
guy
had all
out of
that
there.
ceviche
Yeah.
that people seem to love.
What's going to happen? What happens now? What about us, as Pink said?
While she's flying through the air.
Wait, so
at a live
Lisa
show.
and Ken were going to buy them out of Schwartz
That's
and
in the
Sandy's?
latest episode.
They were
Yeah.
going to get rid of the guy that helped them open
Greg.
Schwartz and Sandy's, and then they were
Interest-
going
that's
to
because he's
Well, all I know
not
is
like
Greg is
doesn't
still
feel
commenting.
urgency or something.
right. And
That's
so,
interesting.
but I just wonder. I actually think this will be good for business. And weirdly, my dear friend was at Schwartz and Sandy's on Friday night. They'd had a reservation well before the news broke, and she said Schwartz was just kind of very happy-go-lucky, and the food was good. She said the food was really, really good.
It's no go cheese balls, though.
It's no goat cheese
No, but
balls.
it's ceviche, according
That's true.
right?
Yeah. Which I think we'll all notice Christina Kelly did not partake in.
Right? Why not?
Well, because she's now pregnant.
Oh,
And
right.
But they didn't say that on the show.
Got it.
Raw fish. I'm learning as I'm watching. I also read the Reddit.
What's going on, Peter? You seem-
deep in
Nothing.
thought.
Nothing.
Deep
I'm
in
not going to
thought.
say. I'm done talking.
What? You can't be done talking.
I'm not done talking, but I'm like I'm not going to say anything that's on
You're
my
biting
mind
your
right
tongue
now. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get out of get
About
it
the
out.
Schwartz-
I'm
about
not-
Schwartz and
I'm-
Sandy?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything like as far as that's concerned.
Okay. All right.
I'm just a little
Salty?
Maybe when it's Schwartz and Maddie's.
Are you feeling some
Peeved,
kind of way?
Salty, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a little bit more wine.
Peeved is the peeved. It feels peeved, but this is a place to let it out. You know?
Yeah, but this is gonna go everywhere,
No, it's
so
okay,
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
Okay.
But wait,
now.
but the peevation is the peevedness. What is the noun?
The peevedness.
Poved.
I don't know.
the povation is regarding Schwartz and Sandy.
No, it seems like Raquel.
Christina Kelly.
Oh, wow. This is...
Ceviche. Do you have raw fish thoughts?
Lisa.
Allison.
Me. Is it the BFF? Have I run
Me?
afoul
Is
of
it
you?
me? Did I make
no,
you
no,
mad?
no.
Okay.
Which one was it? I feel like we named everything. The
Kristen.
food being good.
No.
Schwartz and Sandy's. The fact that they have the
Lisa
bar.
and
Is
Ken
there
buying that Greg guy.
Yeah,
Ding,
you don't
ding,
like that
ding,
great
Could
guy.
could there be more to come later in the season?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
Right. say
Interesting.
anything.
I mean,
Wow.
the good news is your guys' ratings are going to be huge.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is it's for better or worse. It's great for the show. It's great for Bravo. It's great for. It's just weird that it's great, but
Yeah.
it is like the thing we are all talking about. For better or worse.
More Peter scenes.
Yeah,
I think
more
is
Peter
what we need.
Madrigal.
We need more Peter. He has integrity.
Yep.
He went to USC.
He did some plays.
Yeah, he studied theater.
He respects his friendship with women, except he had a falling out with someone and he won't tell us why, but it's okay. We're
That's
not going to
fine.
push.
That's
yeah,
fine.
That's
No
okay.
pressure.
I'll tell you what. You want to know why? You're
Yeah.
directly involved.
What?
What? Beep, 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 oh, yeah. Do some
Oh,
kind
no.
of,
Oh, no.
like a drum roll or something.
What have I walked into?
Vanderpump
Let's
Robs.
put it this way: she worked. I don't know if she still works for him, but there was a podcast that we did that she did not like because her employer was someone who made the movie. That's all I'm going to get into.
Ah.
And that's it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
good.
that's where
Well,
our
now we
falling
all
out.
know.
Yeah, great.
Except
That's
for
where I'm
all of
falling
us.
out because she was all like, I don't know what she wanted. She was like, oh, you were so mean about it. I was like, I'm not mean about it. And
This was a Madrigal at the Movies podcast,
yeah.
and you negatively reviewed a movie.
Yes.
Well, some of us have stronger opinions on movies than others.
Is it Peter?
Well, I think the
We all
way
have
Peter
strong-
just looked at me, I maybe didn't like a movie.
Was the movie
We
called
both did.
Tar?
Oh.
Sorry.
both
The
did.
podcast didn't last that long.
Okay.
But the episodes are all still up, so maybe
Oh.
the listeners can figure out what we're talking about.
They won't.
No, they won't. But the episodes are there.
Boy.
Yeah. This is like the time Allison and I had a falling
All right,
out.
y'all.
Oh,
I didn't
my
like
God.
Titanic, okay? I didn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What movie can you
Guys
are you-
love Titanic, by the
Oh,
way.
okay.
But,
I know he doesn't.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
without
we-
naming it, was it a blockbuster or a
Yeah,
small
of course.
movie?
Well,
it was
all we did was blockbusters.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
we've only did one independent, and that was called Coherence. And
I chose movies I thought Peter would not have seen, and then that came to bite me in the ass, and they said Rob doesn't get to choose movies anymore.
Oh, boy.
Or I got put on hiatus for a couple of weeks.
Put on pause.
I haven't seen Tar
I haven't
Ay,
either.
ay, ay.
Which
You
one?
guys, Tar
Tar.
with
with
Kate,
Kate Blanchett.
I haven't
Do
seen
yourself
Lydia
a favor.
Tar.
Don't
She's a-
see it.
Is it? She's a
I
conductor,
love Kate
right?
Blanchett.
I love her too. I love her. She's brilliant in this movie, but oh my god, this
So
movie.
it wasn't her acting; it was.
It was
movie.
just the pretentiousness of the movie's brilliantly made. She's brilliant in it as a piece of film. It's very well done. It just was too much for me.
But like too much what?
Too much pretentiousness,
Okay.
and like just too much in a
it too serious?
weird world. Like the
Oh.
second that movie starts, you're just in this weird world that I didn't want to be
Is
in.
it like highly stylized?
Yes,
Just like Wes Anderson throws you in a weird world.
it is highly stylized, but not in the way that you think. It's so hard to describe.
Okay.
But it's not a movie that you're gonna cozy up to around the fire and watch for funsies.
Oh dear God!
Ah.
That's the only thing I want to watch.
I know.
I like.
But that's why we're gonna watch Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
Funsies.
There we go.
The
Oh, my
opposite of
word.
Tar.
Hell yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm the only person who kind of got into the season where there were all the new characters.
Charlie.
Dana.
I kind of dug it too,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I am in the minority as well. I think Max and Brett were dumb. And
So to let everyone in again.
Ah, yes.
Okay. some of the biggest Vanderpump stars were let go.
Yeah.
But they were still on that season.
They were.
Yeah, it was the next season that like they let go of. So sorry, I'm not trying to.
No, please.
There was the last season with the majority of cast. They had also added Charlie, Dana, Max, and Brett.
Okay.
And then they let go of Stassi and Kristen and didn't renew Jax and Brittany's contract. And then also let go all of these new people that were in for one season.
Oh.
Dana was someone Peter mentioned earlier. And then we went into lockdown.
Yeah.
And then we came out of lockdown
right.
and then it was trying to film. And then we got this new season with like a much more limited cast.
Yeah.
Barely any Peter. I mean, why was anyone even watching? But,
I know.
And it was just like this weird gray area where like all of these people love him or hate him. We lost. We've got about half the amount of people in a new season.
Yeah.
And then it took over a year to get to the season we're currently at now. So I think that also is why not just high drama, but like why people are back into it. Because it's like we're getting more of the people we have been watching the whole time. I'm gesturing to Peter here. We're also getting these high storylines with people whose relationships we've been following. You know, Tom Schwartz and Katie got a divorce in between seasons, and we're kind of seeing the fallout of that. We're seeing, you know, for better or worse, we're seeing Raquel get out of her relationship with James Kennedy and like come into her own. It's like, it feels like the phrase that's been thrown around until this scandal was
Takes two to tango.
well, and vintage Vanderpump.
Oh,
Very
yes.
Vanderpumpian.
And now that this Scandival has happened,
Yes.
it's only doubling
Takes two to
down. It's tangoing with the duos, and it is definitely like vintage Vanderpump is the phrase to use,
Yeah.
especially with all this news.
I believe when they were doing the post-COVID episodes, it was like the ads were like, "We're back, baby," and they actually weren't. Now
No,
you're back.
yep.
You're back now,
Yep.
for better or worse.
Does anyone, and I feel like I might be the only one, maybe some people know, the newer episodes of Sesame Street, the opening credits, I feel like they are actively aping the Vanderpump credits. It's like a,
Really?
it feels like it's parody of that. Yeah, there's like,
really
because
funny.
they'll be like moving in the like in slow motion kind of pan. I don't
kinda
know all
love
the
that.
filming
I'm gonna have to
terms,
go
but
watch
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I
we
mean-
noticed that because with my kids, I watch it.
So now we're going to have someone put the theme song over
yes,
Sesame Street and
Yes.
send it into the show.
right.
I wonder if Tom and Raquel are currently thinking these are the best days of our lives. Let's raise our glasses high.
And also, Raquel is going to announce that she's pregnant like any day, right?
Oh,
Stop.
no.
That'd be.
I mean, it just seems like it's in the cards.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that.
Oh
Look
my
at
God. I don't think I could handle that. I don't think. I'm already on like crisis mode with the podcast right now where it's like, do I keep up with the news? Do I just.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I have to just follow the show. I have to follow the show and talk.
And now, Rob, you were supposed. Can we say the podcast that you're
Sure,
supposed,
yeah.
You were supposed to be on Sheena's podcast,
Yeah.
Shenanigans,
Yes.
and
today.
he got rescheduled.
Shenanigans.
Is that because of the breaking?
Yeah, and I will tell you this. Like I said earlier, Scheana and Peter are the only cast members that have come on the show, and they've been super nice. Of course, when Scheana messages me like, hey, I don't think it's possible for us to have a lighthearted predictions episode right now. I said, fair enough. She was like, so I would like to reschedule us in a few weeks, and I'm going to have to just deal with the news as it comes because I don't even know that much yet. I said, sure. I can't. I don't think I would have it in me to go on Shenanigans today and be like, so what are we talking about? I don't. I'm just a fan.
What are we talking about?
Peter, what has been your relationship with James, and what did you think of James and Raquel?
You mean when they were together? Like, what did I think of it? I mean, I didn't really consider it. I just was like, oh, okay, those two are together. That's it. You know what I mean? Didn't really. I mean, like, I was friends with James. That's, you know, I knew him. You know, there was no really any thought process behind it. You know, they were getting married. I remember when Raquel showed me her ring. This is a funny story. So the credit card machine, like the internet went down. You know, I think on our block on Robertson, and I was opening for Diana because she was coming in a little later, and this was a Sunday, and all of a sudden internet went down all along the block. So I had to start writing out all credit cards on credit card forms, right?
Yeah.
And that was kind of what I was doing. She was writing the floor. I was just writing down credit cards. And as I'm writing them down, Raquel comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, Peter, by the way, look at that." And I was like, because she showed me her ring, I was like, "That's great, Raquel. I'm busy here. Hello." You know what I mean? I was all like, "Yeah, awesome, good, congratulations. Okay, give me your credit card. Let's go." You know, and I had to keep on writing them because we got to plug them in the next day. You know, it's a whole process.
Yeah. She didn't read the room.
Yeah.
In that moment.
But she seems like someone who maybe doesn't read the room that often. I don't know.
Right.
Certainly
I think
feels like it.
You brought up a good thing of like it seems
That's
as
why I
if she's
said
been
that.
playing
That's
3D
why I told
chess.
the story. But you know, you all
Ah!
take
Wait.
it for what you will.
What? Wait, what happened?
I think
No,
Peter's alluding to like this is a prime example of her not reading the
Yes.
room.
I see. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone has ate all of her pasta one too
It's
many
not
times.
about the pasta.
Oh,
But
my
yeah,
God.
you had said that it seems like she's been playing 3D chess, and it's
Yeah.
like, did we all underestimate
Right.
her?
A little when even on Watch What Happens Live when they were like, "Why did you take that picture of why did you post that picture of you and Tom Schwartz?" And she was like, "Well, the press keeps using this other picture and I wanted a different one," which is kind of smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
to just sort of throw everybody off the scent of Sandoval is kind of smart, but also to do what she's doing takes a little bit of thought.
Right.
Who's coaching her?
I don't
That's
know.
what I want to know.
What if it's like Stassi?
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think
I'm
so.
just kidding.
Jax.
Just behind the scenes. Yeah.
Jax.
Right?
He needs to get back at
I
Sandoval.
know. Okay. I think we should do Just Me or Everyone. But I have to ask, you have 2 pages of notes. Do you have
Yeah,
burning questions?
We got to all of them.
Oh,
And
great.
we got to all of them.
Okay.
We did. Wow.
Robin, you're going to have to come on Vanderpump Robs now.
I
because-
would love to.
Okay. Allison, can you make this
Anytime.
I
connection,
can,
please?
sure. I can broker
Because-
this.
Anytime. I would love to, especially because people also call me Robs.
Well, this will be perfect.
Robs and Robs.
Yeah, just got lightning bolt necklaces. We got it all. We got it all.
Okay. We did it.
Schwartz's mom.
Yes. Where? Yeah. I was going to ask you, Peter, where were you when the news broke? But we got it. You were with Dr. Kraken.
Cracks.
Dr. Cracks.
Dr. Cracks.
Has
Cracks.
Dr. Cracks cracked your back?
No, but we're gonna do that eventually, like probably this week or something.
You have
And
to
for
build to
Halloween,
that.
Dr. Kraken. That's what he'll be for Halloween.
Dr. Kraken.
It's weird. Did we already talk about this? It's weird that Tom dressed as Raquel
Yes,
for Halloween.
that
It's
is
super weird.
That is very weird, and it seemed quasi cute at the time.
Yeah.
and
Guy
now
loves to dress up.
But like, why
But
would
now
he choose
you
her?
understand why he did it.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
that's really
As a
weird.
way of saying, I want to wear your skin.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, let's do Just Me or Everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
All right.
I've got
Rob,
one.
do you have one?
Yeah. Recently, my partner and I have started working out with Apple Fitness Plus.
Okay.
Not an ad. I just really like it. And of course, we have our, workout mats that we put in the living room. But is it just me, or is it everyone, that workout mats are far too small? I think they shouldn't be these rectangles. They need to be circles or squares, because if you're going to be moving all around, it's not just left and right or forward and back. And I don't know if anyone else thinks that, or just me.
It certainly can't be just you. I myself have not thought that.
Okay.
Because I think of workout mats as like at the end of a class or something when they're like, lay down on your mat, and then they do their spiel while there's like, cool down music and whatnot.
Well, on these videos, they've all got rectangle mats, so I bought a rectangle mat.
Yeah.
Are you talking like yoga mats?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, gotcha.
But,
But you
they're
need
having me
more.
jump all around and all over the place when I'm doing like HIIT workouts or something.
And are they on their mat for that?
Yeah, but they also will like step in front behind. I got a rug. It's moving around in my house.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Or it's everyone.
It could
I feel like it's
It's not
it
everyone
can't-
because I don't use a mat when I work out.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
That
you
was-
got a good gym. You got a gym though.
Yeah, but even they
Okay.
have mats.
All right.
But are the mats you like? I feel like maybe you applying a mat to non-mat required activity. Oh wait, no, you're saying you're on a carpet, so you do need
yeah,
it.
and they're using a mat. So at least
Right.
I'm trying to, follow Bakari in my hit workout, but
High intensity interval training.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and because I get all my tips from Peter though.
I run 5 miles a day.
and I don't.
Wow.
But
That's incredible.
Do you do it first thing in the morning?
Well, today, for instance, I did it around. I was at the gym around 1:00. So
Oh, you run at the gym.
yeah. So I like weightlift. I run first, and then I weightlift. So it takes me about 50 minutes. I run. It's about 10 miles. 10 minutes a mile.
Wow.
Is everyone asking you for your take on what's going on right now? Like at the gym, are people coming up to you?
No, I have resting bitch face at the gym.
Oh.
Don't talk to me.
Kate Chastain, I think.
Don't
they
talk to
coined
me.
that.
I don't want to be here. I want to get it done.
Sure.
So leave me alone.
Have you seen people refer to it as bitchy resting face? And it's like,
That's what I
that's
heard.
not what it's called.
Yeah, I think I heard that on a
I've heard that
below
before.
deck reunion
Oh,
once.
so she said bitchy resting face.
Well, I
not
think
resting
Andy
bitch
said
face.
that, and
Oh.
then she retooled it into a much more
I-
easy to say.
I've always
phrase.
heard resting bitch face.
Yeah,
but then
that's what it is.
occasionally,
RBF.
yes, but then
RBF.
occasionally you'll hear
Yep.
bitchy resting face, and it's like,
It's like,
that's
no, doesn't flow correctly.
no.
No.
I mean, I won't even say it, but no.
Some people have
Barf?
standards.
Yeah.
Barf.
That's just what I call myself.
BRF. Barf.
Yeah.
Bitchy resting face.
Yeah, it
Barf.
doesn't work as well.
Birth.
Barf.
Peter, do you have a just me or everyone?
I don't.
Okay, that's okay.
I have a small one.
Okay, great.
My thing, it's not a really, is it just me or does everybody hate as much as I do when people, mostly women, kneel in group pictures for no reason? I hate it. And the thing, if you think about, like, I will say to people, you don't need to kneel. There's
Yeah.
always like the girls leaning.
Are you talking about-
You mean like a
when
half
you're-
squat?
like when there's like a group picture and it'll be like everybody squeeze in. There's always like 3 girls that kneel and you don't need
you mean
to.
the half squat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the kneel.
And sorry,
Well, sometimes
you're
they
right.
kneel
I'm
though.
calling it
Sometimes there's a kneel.
Yeah, kneel is when you get on your knees.
It's a squat.
But
It's a
that
half
happens too.
squat. And if you look, I mean, this really does tie back to Vanderpump. If you look at that opening shot of all of them at the bar for the cast photo, no one's squatting to
No
get
one
in the
had
frame.
to do that.
Right.
No one had to do that. So when you're next in a group shot and someone starts to squat, tell them to stop.
And to watch the opening credits of
And
Vanderpump.
look at Vanderpump
Stand up.
Rules as your light signal.
Well, I will say sometimes back in the days where we were taking the group photos for the show with the selfie stick, sometimes I was
Yeah.
like, why? Like someone would point out, like, why are we all getting lower and lower?
Yeah.
Everyone starts to kneel.
I don't know what
to
that is.
squat.
I think it's because everyone feels like
They're
it's-
not going to be in the frame.
But it's all yes, but also because everyone feels like if the camera's slightly higher,
Yeah.
then you look better. So I think everyone just starts like going.
Oh,
it's like a
the
limbo.
MySpaceification.
Wait, do they think
Yes.
that it's because they think they'll block out people behind them?
I don't
Yes,
know.
probably.
Maybe.
Like, I don't want to be in the way. I'm going to squat.
Class
and it doesn't
photos.
matter. It
Yeah.
Well, this
doesn't.
brings me to another sort of related question. You know those tables that are barstool height tables at home? There was a trend where everyone was getting their dining room table like elevated, and then you had or counter height or whatever they call it. And what they say, the people who are proponents of these tables, is that they somehow save space. But I don't understand how or why.
I'm
Yeah.
not storing anything
No.
under the table.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense.
Yeah.
You could
for a
theoretically put your
second-
vacuum underneath it.
Like I bought it for a second, like, oh, I guess the chairs slide in a more flush way, but I don't think they actually do because a regular dining room table, the chairs are all sliding in
and
anyway.
you're not going to sit
Yeah.
on round stools where you could put them completely under there.
Right.
No.
Okay. So it's just a trend that I
No,
personally
just-
don't like.
yeah.
It's marketing is
it was-
fooling us once again.
It was a real CB2 moment in like 2012.
And then I'm also wondering why on talk shows, except I don't think The View does that, but oftentimes they'll have an elevated table on a talk show as well. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's just they feel like it's a more flattering
Authority.
Yeah.
angle or something.
We're a little bit higher up.
Yeah.
and that means, I don't know, our opinions matter more.
Who
Elevating the
knows?
opinions.
Well, celebrities, they
have
love
elevated
to have
opinions?
elevated opinions.
They're just like us.
Yeah.
All right. Let's also do, hey, go fuck yourself. Oh, yeah, I was waiting. We don't have a... No,
Nope.
That's not how we do it. I forgot for a second.
I have
Would
a
you-
hey, go
yes,
fuck
please.
yourself. It's for my 6th grade teacher
Oh.
who said to the girls, and I remembered this on my way over here. She said to the girls, if someone gives you a compliment that you look pretty, that means that the last time they saw you, you didn't look pretty.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Why would you say
So
that?
when people say to me, oh, you look so nice, I'll be like, oh my God, what was I wearing last time? I'm not even kidding you. It has haunted me my entire life. So, hey, but by the way, for the record, I think that teacher was totally drinking in class. So she would, maybe she was struggling, but I didn't appreciate. So to the 1987 version of that teacher, hey, go fuck yourself.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Oh my God.
How did that even come up?
I know. She was like, girls, just remember, if you look good now, that means you looked bad the last time they saw you.
And guys, you're fine.
Guys, let's go. Who cares?
Right.
Ugh. I have a go fuck yourself.
Okay, let's hear it.
I produce podcasts. I have fun doing it. I do it for no income. I do a Vanderpump Rules podcast because I just have fun with the show. So when I get a negative review because they didn't like a guest that I had on the show, it doesn't speak to the content of the show. And I think that people who just give negative reviews based on not the content can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Here. I agree with that. Yeah, and in fact, I have confidential to the guy who keeps... No, it's not going to be confidential. It's going to be public. There's a guy who leaves shitty reviews all the time, but clearly is a fan of the show.
Right.
Because they're like immediate shitty reviews. So a long time ago, I said, look, you're harming the show that you love to hate. So leave, because some of his reviews are pithy. I think my pinned post on the Allison Rose's Your New Best Friend show is his, and it's about farts, and I forget what it is. It's like, this show's only good if you like to talk about farts and things that smell bad. And I was like, this guy gets it. But my thing was like, leave your negative review, but just do 5 stars. Don't do 1 star.
Yes.
And so for a while he was doing that, but then there's been attrition, and he just left a 1 star again. Dude.
Yeah.
Unless you have turned heel, I'm using a wrestling term.
Ooh, yeah. It's a wrestling podcast.
That's right. I'm the #1 wrestling podcast. Unless you have gone to the dark side and you have now decided that you truly hate the show and you want to bury it. That's another wrestling term.
Undertaker.
5 stars, shitty review. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. I would prefer 5 stars, good review, but you do what you have to do. Oh, and dude, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
I
Peter?
wonder who's Peter's go fuck.
I know.
You know what you should do? You should do what you did on the Spotify Live. Sorry, I'm not trying to be cryptic here.
But it's mysterious.
And I'm intrigued.
You want to tell them the story about the Spotify Live?
If this helps this go fuck yourself happen, then we better. So Spotify Live, I'll make this quick. Peter got uninvited to Stassi's wedding.
Rude.
Oh.
And so...
Oh, this is just uninvited.
Oh, yeah. He was BCC'd, or he was CC'd on an email.
BCC.
Okay, so everyone was on this email, and it was nothing personal, like no personalization at all, and it was like a Canva-made image that's like, hey, this sucks AF, but you're no longer invited to our wedding.
It really
Oh my God, it was-
sucks AF.
It was that
Really
clip.
sucks AF, but
AF was on there about 3 times.
literally they said, go fuck yourself.
And so-
I was like,
On Spotify Live, Peter decided he was going to unfollow Stassi and Bo and just be like, hey, this is where it's at. And I didn't know I don't know, maybe that's a...
That's
hey,
a
but
hey,
I'm
go
not
fuck
here
yourself.
to choose your go fuck yourself.
Sucks AF
so-
doesn't even make sense.
I know.
Sucks
Yeah.
as fuck.
Yep.
wait, what
I've
what
read-
doesn't make sense?
Sucks AF.
Sucks as fuck.
Sucks as fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me just throwing it out there, Peter.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Does the starter pony want to do a go fuck yourself?
Yeah.
Should I do it?
Do it.
Do
Whatever
it.
you're thinking of doing,
man.
you should do.
Oh, man.
This is like being at the
Such a good
most
wing
fun
person.
slumber party of my life.
I know.
So just to give I can see Peter's phone right now, and he has pulled up Raquel's Instagram.
Let's see. Let's go to someone else's.
Oh, okay.
No, what were you gonna do?
Well, sorry, it wasn't Raquel's. It was
No.
that was on there, but there's a lot of news about Raquel right now.
Yeah.
So Peter's on Instagram. He's searching.
Yeah. He's looking for something.
We're all waiting with bated breath. No, not Allison.
I know. I'm the best friend of BFF.
No, because you follow her as well. I'm trying to think of who follows her still. I wonder if
Follows
for
Raquel?
Scheana. Let's see.
Sheena
here.
does not follow Raquel.
Oh, shit.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, who else? Let's see here. Tom Schwartz.
Oh,
Yeah.
Schwartz still does.
Of course he does.
That's his
and
brother.
so does Tom Sandoval.
Well,
Yeah. Who else? Who else?
I think Sandoval still follows Raquel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
James Kennedy. Let's see here.
Oh.
James.
Oh, probably not.
And I would
James.
no,
just
he
check.
does
Oh,
not.
Lisa. What about Lisa?
Wow.
Yeah.
Tough times.
So, how do I put this?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't like being insulted.
Yeah.
No one does.
Made to look foolish even.
Yeah, I don't like being insulted like that. You know, especially when I have to correct your verbiage.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like, are you serious right now? But if I unfollow her, I have to unfollow someone I followed for a long time.
Uh-oh.
Named.
Tom Sandoval.
I think these are the issues you need to confront right now, unfortunately.
I know, right? It's
It's a real thing.
But it's a big moment. It would be a big moment.
It's a big moment. Yeah.
Are you gonna
is.
do
Let's
it?
see here. Scheana Shea.
Sheena Shea.
Scheana Shea.
She
Has the big wedding pictures of herself
She
all over her
does,
house.
So, I'm gonna unfollow here Raquel Levis.
Oh my
Tom Sandoval, same. I'm team Ariana. Sorry, buddy. I don't care. I don't.
Yes.
I'm so like that. That's
is
so
huge.
insulting.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
You are no one's starter pony.
Not at
No.
all.
No, and I
And
take
it's the
issue
wrong
with that.
phrase.
And I take
Still
issue
don't
with that.
understand
First
what
of
it
all,
means.
the starter pony bullshit. Yeah, that pisses me off.
Sure,
Like, it's
it
like,
I would
should.
when I heard that, I was all like, "You have got to be kidding me!"
What a jerk.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, of course.
But hey,
But you know what? You're free now. You don't follow them
Yeah.
anymore. This was a big moment
I
for you.
don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. And then someone goes and cheats on. No, I like. You want another story? Here we go. That Vegas trip.
With the construction.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was dating Sarah. Remember Sarah?
Yeah.
She was featured on the show as your girlfriend,
Yeah,
right?
she was.
Yeah.
We were together, and then like after Hawaii, she kind of like broke away from me. I was like, what?
She had a
what-
kid, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And she was all like, "Oh, this is another story." But after we got back from Hawaii, she was like, "I don't know, I don't really like you anymore." I was like, "What did I do to you?"
Oh no.
Anyway,
I
it
hope
was
Sandoval had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I hope not. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Can't be trusted.
Anyway, so what was I saying?
Well, you got
Oh yeah, we went to Vegas, and there were these girls that were all over me, like they wanted to make out and maybe do other things.
Uh-oh.
And of course, what did I do? I'm just like this the entire time. In other words, my point is I've never cheated on someone.
You're
Mm.
faithful.
It's nice.
I've never cheated on anybody. That's a fact.
I believe you.
Okay, it was actually on season 4. You can go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the Vegas episode.
Can't say that about your fellow coworkers.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, don't give a shit.
And go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You don't call me a starter pony.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
I am no one's starter pony.
This is an epic moment, Peter.
I know.
This is
It's pretty big.
yeah. What a way
Congratulations, Allison.
Thank you. I mean, congratulations to you and your new liberation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Liberation from what?
Oh.
All from the tyranny of
Yeah.
following those two. Yeah.
You're free.
Yeah.
You're a free man.
This is the
It's like
beginning.
water off a duck's back.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
It's like water off a starter pony's tail. Just one more time with starter pony, just so I understand. It's the pony that you start on before getting onto a different horse. The one
on
you're
the
gonna
carousel.
I think that's what she
But
means.
but if you're on a carousel, you just pretty much stay on one.
Somehow Starter Pony needs to turn into a segment. I don't know what it is yet.
Oh no,
but
it's going to be a thing now. I'm like, I'm going to hashtag, like the next time I do it, it's going to be like hashtag Starter Pony. It's like hashtag Starter Pony.
Take it, own it.
Of course I'm going to own it.
I just got it, you guys. I just got it. If you're into horses,
an equestrian.
If you're an equestrian, a budding equestrian, you probably would get like a starter pony before you get the thoroughbred that you're going to end up with.
This sounds like rich people problem.
Yeah, is
totally.
Raquel an equestrian?
Is she an equestrian? Is she a horse girl?
No, but I think Ariana is, which makes this even more insulting.
She's stole her boyfriend and her phrase.
Ariana is she rides horses.
Yeah,
so then she would know what a starter
and so
pony
does Lisa
is.
rides horses.
Right. So when you first start riding, probably they put you on a starter pony.
I get it. She's insulting Ariana while she's insulting me on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I'm telling you,
That's
she's
diabolical.
unintentionally playing.
That's
3D
fucking
chess.
that's diabolical.
It is
That is
diabolical.
really
The whole
bad.
thing. The whole
That's
thing
bad.
is-
Oh.
I mean, she to have
Holy
filmed so
shit.
much, with Raquel, which they clearly filmed a lot together, and then knowing the whole time that she's sleeping with her long-term boyfriend, it's crazy. It's
Really
crazy.
is crazy.
We gotta say Kaddish for Tom and Ariana. Just kidding.
My word. Peter, thank you so much for sharing so much. I feel like there might be fallout from this episode. Are you okay with that?
Fallout from whom?
I don't know. The people.
Who? What people?
The people who are
Ariana.
I don't know. Just people who heard what you had to say.
Do
I mean,
you
there's
honestly
what am I
think that
saying?
I can't defend myself?
Oh no, I think you can. I think you're ready. I think you're seasoned and you're ready, and
It's
you'll
not.
be fine.
It's not being ready or seasoned. I mean, what is the worst that they can do to me?
Yeah.
You're right.
You've lived through 10 years.
Talk shit.
Yeah.
You throw a punch, better be ready.
Yeah. Verbal punch.
Verbal punch, sure.
Yeah.
Actual punch, oh my God.
That's like
holy shit.
Bethany Frankel's tagline on her last season of Real Housewives of New York was like, if you come for the B, you better not miss. You know, if you come for Peter, don't miss. He'll fight back.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
If you come for the P,
If you
Come for the P.
you better not miss.
Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah, I think I got a lot off of my chest.
I think it was healthy for you.
Yeah. You know, like I said, going back to like a couple of episodes ago, I think it was episode 3, I was like, or episode 2, you know, the implication that I was sleeping with the staff, it's like, that's not true.
Yeah.
That was not true. That hasn't been true. And, you know, and I could have, but I didn't.
Sure.
You know, and that's something that I will not take lying down.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
Anyway.
Does Lisa know that you're upset about that?
I don't know if she does or not, but it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. You know, I had to get it off my chest.
Thank you. I would like to say hello and welcome to my new patrons. We have a song.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/AllisonRosen.
Hello and welcome to Jeffrey Rankley, to Jennifer Jagger. She signed up for an annual subscription. I forget if I mentioned before, if you sign up for an annual subscription, you get 2 months free.
That's a good deal.
That's right. Megan Daniels, Giovanni, who increased his pledge. He's now an annual subscriber, and he also has text privileges. And Rick Rutherford. Hello, welcome. I hope you're enjoying all the fun stuff. Patreon.com/AllisonRosen. I would also like to mention another Patreon I have, Todd Perry, with whom I used to do Upworthy Weekly. Upworthy Weekly is no more, but we are going to continue podcasting together, and we are now on Patreon. As yet unnamed podcast, but we're going to start recording it actually next week. So patreon.com/Allison and Todd. There's just one level, $2 a month. It's so cheap, but so worth it. It's easily like a $3 a month value in each episode, I think. But there's more than one episode a month. I'm just spinning in place. Robin.
Yes.
Where might we find you?
At Robin Shorr on Instagram, ROBINSHORR. And again, everyone that started following me from this show is so nice and says the nicest things. So thank you for making me feel good about myself.
You are beloved. They love you so much. Rob Schulte, it was so nice having you on the show.
Yes, I had a blast.
Where can everyone find you?
You can follow me at Vanderpump Robs on Instagram, or I put more special stuff on my Patreon at patreon.com/VanderpumpRobs.
Wonderful. Peter Madrigal, what would you like to plug? And tell them where they can find you and such.
So, you can find me on Instagram. It's Peter_Madrigal. So it's PETER_MADRIGAL. And it goes the same for TikTok. TikTok.
You got a funny TikTok.
So you can find me there, Peter_Madrigal. And then, of course, on Twitter, LLPJ Madrigal. You can find me there. Where else? Check if you're looking for hair products. Check out myhero.com because that's all I put in my hair. So if you want some hair like mine,
I do.
His hair looks great, you guys.
Luxurious hair, you can go there. myhero.com.
MyHero, HAIRO.
Yeah.
Love it. Tony?
Twitter and Instagram at
Tony Thaxton.
and Bizarre Albums every Tuesday, and look out for my new Vanderpump podcast. Soon.
Vanderpump Tonys.
Yeah, Vanderpump Tonys.
And please follow me on social media at Allison Rosen on Twitter and Instagram. And I am also on TikTok. It's the Allison Rosen over there. Sort of just getting my feet wet over there. And let's see. If you like what you're hearing, please make sure you are subscribed. Leave us a nice comment. Click 5 stars. It really helps out the show. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for having
This
us.
has been delightful. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show? We had a good time, but now we gotta go. Yeah, Allison Rosen is your new best friend.